Hello and welcome to ZeldaSpeedRuns. We are here for another match of the Ocarina of Time Standard Tournament Season 5 brackets. This is loser bracket round 2, Mr. Martin versus kirkq. Commentators for this are Ponsari and Tobias G. Say hello.
Hi everyone, and I hope you are having a wonderful day. Let's make it better with some OoT Randomizer. I'm Tobias. With me today is Ponsari. Hope, Ponsari, you are doing fine as well?
Hello, I'm doing great. I'm expecting a really fun race, so let's get this thing started.
Yeah, great. So we are looking at the matchup between Mr. Martin and Kirk right now. Martin and Kirk, I think both well-known names in the OoT Randomizer community. And
especially Martin. Martin has been with us since very early on. You can see he has a total of over 300 races. Not many people can say that, so...
Yeah, that is certainly true.
And as experienced as they come.
I would say
but
so as
recently Kirk has been having some really impressive performances. I mean, he lost to Marco. There's no shame in losing to Marco. And
Never.
He had a really impressive win against Dog Hips. So I wouldn't say that he's necessarily like a big underdog, despite the amount of experience and great results that Martin has.
I would never call anyone in this bracket of 64 runners an underdog, because there's a reason these people all made top 64, and I am actually very honestly surprised to see Mr. Martin end up in losers bracket at all, but that's how it is.
Has to end up.
Someone has to end up in losers bracket.
There is a surprising amount of talent in this top 64. I mean, I think a large majority of them, over 50 of them, have a serious chance to make at least top 8. It's a really talented group and a really large group of seriously competitive people.
Yep. So looking at the bracket, Mr. Martin beat kirkq in the first match and ended up losing out against Just Sam to end up in the loser bracket today. Kirk, meanwhile, lost against Marco, as you said, so zero shame in that. And
I mean, when you come into the tournament as seed number 60, you get a tough opponent. So, But yeah, the recent races, they have a very similar average time, so this is gonna be a banger.
It is, and we are about to get started. I think. I think we are about 30 seconds or so away from our runners setting off. Chat, if you want, you can get your predictions in there. Gamble some channel points. 1 minute, says B Luigi. Excellent. You can wager some channel points on who you think will win.
I have to say, I really like the start. Any medallion is a good medallion, even the least useful medallion. And Bolero is a song that you just want to have as a top link. So,
yep.
I feel like people tend to overvalue progression items. It's so nice to have something so that you don't have to walk all the way from Gerudo Valley or Lake Hylia to the castle or to any dungeon that's worth checking that early on. So
that is true, but I would say Bolero. I mean, Bolero is great because you immediately get another warp song, or you can immediately get another song out of it, rather. And we are starting off in Zora's River today. Looks like both our runners are immediately headed over to the wrench.
As someone who is a really big fan of frogs, I'm very happy with this river start because it increases the chance that they will actually check it. But
sure.
Yeah, it's a really nice fun. It's somewhat out of the way, particularly until you get the scale. So, but we see an immediate diversion between a different route in between the two.
Exactly.
Runs,
I was originally expecting both of them to head towards Wrench and see what song Merlin has for us. Not so. Kirk is headed, or is now in Kokiri and checking out the items that are available there. Makes sense, they're immediately available. Everything except the Storm Squaddo you can check right now. And since they're all Sphere 0 items, good chance that they can be something. Some item that you need to get started in your seed, even.
Sure. You can basically clear this area. So anything that you can't get is near the Lost Woods. So you're not really losing any time by doing these checks, even if you leave immediately afterwards. You can always save warp and check the range after seeing if Mido has something. So it's respectable.
Yep.
Let's see if Martin can find the chickens, because he's having a bit of trouble. Not that one.
And there it is. Alright, let's see if Mido is generous today. 1, 2, 3 small chests.
Oh.
Nothing on talent. Oh.
It's so nice that you ask for his daughter's hand in marriage and he gives you a heart. I think that's his seal of approval. I think Link can be Talon's or Malon's boyfriend. I don't remember which one's which.
Talon is the dad, Malon is the girl.
Dad. Yes.
And we're about to see the song that Malon has for us, which is going to be...
See, Link even chatted out.
Prelude.
That's really nice. Well, it's starting to get to the point where maybe the convenience of warp songs is not so great. We're looking for some progression. It's nice, it's nice to be able to warp around and all, but we want something to do.
Did that just say target in the woods is a slingshot?
Well, I think that's not going to be our progression. So.
Oh my god! Yeah, it can't be, but that is rude. And that seemed repeated that.
It really did.
Oh my gosh! But
okay,
hammer on the
Lost
Woods Bridge Scrub.
And now Bolero is extra nice.
Yeah. But what the hell? What kind of hint is that? Wood's target is a slingshot. Thanks, game. That's great, I guess.
I mean, there were very few reasons to pick up a slingshot. Now there's 0, so there's some value in that.
So, yeah, as Chad points out, Kokiri Forest has a high potential of being marked a foolish location. But first, Gerudo took path to Baronade. Gerudo still path to Baronade. 40 is dead. And Zora's River path to Volvagia.
With the hammer already in our pocket, so...
Yeah.
Very curious. I like that song from the Ocarina game. Oh. There's a lot of... we just got the Ivor Frog from the Ocarina game, which is a bit rude. It's a bit too early to be able to complete that quest, and well, I don't think anyone's going to pursue it unless we get some kind of hint that tells us we should be looking into Vigorum, but it's a bit rude to get an item that incentivizes you not to save quit when you're child Link and you have nothing to work with, so...
Yeah.
Still...
Bit unkind, but you know.
Yeah, no one's going to try to keep the Ivor Frog the entire time until they can actually turn it in, so I expect we'll have to do the entire quest if we actually end up checking Vigorum.
Intentional or not, frog warp might happen.
Okay, we're about to check Sarios. Son of Time? Okay, I mean that's
a Song of Storms.
oh, Son of Storms, Son of Storms. That's even scarier.
Fortress still past the Baronate.
I mean, under these settings, well is essentially fully checkable with just CL. The few checks that you can't actually get because you need explosives you can pick. So it's a good thing to have storms early on, but we've seen a couple of races recently. Well has been a really good place to go in most of the races in this tournament, but lately, oh come on, Rocks 2 die.
Yeah, and Jabu is a foolish location, which we like to see. I think we always do like to see that. Martin choosing to not give us the medallion check yet.
We prefer not to see Jabu at all, but...
Yeah. But this is our last Kokiri Forest check, obviously, from
okay, I mean,
Kirk.
we're not looking for light arrows. Unless I saw that wrong, I think light arrows are in the volcano.
And Pierre is dead. And Kokiri is completely useless. And here we go, medallion check. So, Light Medallion obviously we already had, and the other medallions were in order: Fire, Forest, Jabu, Water, and Spirit.
Okay, it's not the greatest. I mean, DC and Deku as stones is never good news, but at least Shadow is not going to be a medallion, so the potential for it is much lower. Still we have.
Yeah, and foolish Jabu. We just saw Jabu is foolish, and now we can see that it's also a medallion. Great, so we have to do it anyway.
Yeah, well, we'll do it fast.
And the old rule that Stone Shadow will find a way is of course in full effect, so we'll see. We've also seen that Bigoron is dead on the graveyard hint, which tells us that the Eyeball Frog is completely useless, except for Frog Warp. Maybe.
Maybe. I'm not sure I like the idea.
Yeah, I mean, Frog Warp is something you can, in theory, do multiple times, but it's a trick to get to King Zora quickly, by the way. So, in case I didn't know, you can just you can just use that to warp to King Zora.
Well, we'll have to see if Dante is our friend this time around. I mean, he likes us, he loves us a lot, fully.
Yeah,
but
1 1/4 hearts from Dante.
I know a quarter.
Just more than his whole heart.
We've never seen adult spawn yet, right?
I don't think so. No.
Okay, so Kirk right now is checking the stuff that Martin did early on in his first. Okay, so we're not frog warping either. I think that's a bit unnecessary, given that we spawned right in front of him.
Well, never mind then.
But yeah, I mean.
Yeah, but I mean.
I think chat is happy because this means that as soon as we get a bottle, we're going ice. So.
Yeah. Rush ice anyone. And Bigoron is still dead, says the Zora's River top hint. Yeah, we have Frog Warp at home, says Din the Human. That is accurate.
No, actually this is faster, isn't it?
I think it might be, I'm not sure.
Well, this is a bit out of the way for most checks as Adult Link. So,
Ooh, big chest in the Zora's River Grotto. Skull Kid had what?
A Bloopy.
A Bloopy.
Yes.
Oh, okay, magic!
Okay, that's one of those checks that's really easy to lock you from completing the seed, but by itself it's not that useful. So all I'm saying is we have Nocturne, we have magic. We're halfway there.
Ha! And Skull Mask is dead as well.
I think the wall was a Bloopy in the volcano. So. I'm pretty sure that yeah, I see the arrow now. That's light arrows 100%.
So yeah, I thought it looked like a huge rupee, but you're right. That's light arrows. It was too bright for being.
No, I actually saw the feather at the end of the arrow. So.
Well, we now know where light arrows are.
I feel you, Martin. This setup is terrible. I can't do it anywhere near consistently. Magicless, shieldless bottom of Fire Temple. Yeah. I don't like this one bit. There's nothing about this that I enjoy.
We don't care that this this strength is hover / bomb / scale lock though, because Martin got it anyway. So.
Okay. Is Martin waiting for time of day or something?
I am not sure, but yeah, I mean, now that he picks up the ocarina, quite obviously he might have wanted to go to the daytime Kakariko.
Yeah, sure. He wants to talk to his girl, Angie.
Also, we're getting a peek at the crate in the graveyard.
Like I said,
that is a hook shot.
Okay, well, I think the river spawn is looking better and better. Now we have a quick access to some beans.
That's a bow? Oh! Chat corrects me and says that's a bow. I mean, I do have trouble sometimes.
We're getting some beans. We have a bow, we have light arrows, we're getting some beans.
We're getting some beans, that is for sure.
And like I said, Kirk struggled a little bit against the Flare Dancer, which, through no fault of his own. Oh, okay, maybe we're not
getting a bow.
This race is a bit cheeky. It likes to change its mind very quickly.
And best regards to my friends who know me from the Silver Gauntlets. Yes, I as I said, I do have sometimes have trouble recognizing items because my blame Tobias command over there is what was it? Ah yes, this is definitely Rudo's letter. He said about a bottle.
I've been there. Like I get it.
Oh, very much so.
Okay, it seems we're not key-locked.
No, we can go continue in
Fire Temple so far, so...
Oh, okay. More strength!
Speaking of the Silver Gauntlets.
Yeah.
I mean... I guess we have a few of the Sphere Zero checks left to do. Okay, Saria's not great.
Not great, not terrible. Logical access to Sacred Forest Meadow.
Right now we're really looking for either one of the Minue or Requiem in order to get a free song very quickly, or we're looking for ZL or I don't know, something. Maybe even Epona to get a faster travel through Hyrule. But yeah, I mean, it's a couple of checks. We're going to visit those woods anyway. I mean, Mr. Martin doesn't have his hammer yet, so he's definitely going to check Kokiri. So
And there's a bottle on Rufio.
And obviously...
Kokiri Forest is obviously a foolish choice. Thanks, game.
Okay.
We already saw that on kirkq's side. But it's good info for Martin.
And you know what's happening in chat, right? The second they saw a bottle, everyone's asking for ice.
Look at what I'm gonna do to chat, because Tyrius has the one, the only correct emote in this situation. And I have it, so definitely rush ice. We find a bottle, we rush ice, especially with that spawn.
Speaking of spawn, demon spawn is what those creatures are. Ice keys? Who thought that was a good idea? Seriously,
I have no idea.
That's some twisted mind. Someone thought keys is an annoying enough enemy? How about if it freezes you in place for a couple of seconds? And it gives damage over time so that you can die to it while you see yourself struggling.
Yeah. In other words, keys are terrible and are the only thing I don't like about Ice Cavern. Like, Ice Cavern would be fine without the ice keys.
I think that's fair. I think Ice Cavern is pretty cool casually and pretty cool with these strats and tricks that our runners use. But yeah, ice keys are something else.
50 is
Okay.
Mirror Shield. Okay,
We're
we're
collecting
50
some
skull
skulls.
seeds.
And
We'll be here a
well,
while.
there's
Strap in, chat. Maybe get some water. Maybe get a snack. If you aren't prepared yet.
I always say, if you're gonna get skulls in your seed, get the hint soon and make sure that it's something that you definitely need to get. If you get a bow or magic or bombs, maybe you don't have to go for 50, so you spend half the game skipping skulls, and then you have to go all across Hyrule trying to collect crap away, a couple of extra skulls just to reach 50. No one likes that. But if you know from the very beginning that you need to get 50 no matter what, it's not so bad.
That is true. It's good to have that hint available early. That being said, I'm sure our runners could have done without that information, or rather could have, done without seeing that, without that being the case, you know.
It's just the lesser of two evils. Early hint about 50 is way better than no hint about 50, which has happened once again a couple of times this tournament already.
Well, it's an always hint, but you don't always find all these hints. Back of Lake hints or Hyrule Castle 2 and 3 hints are hints that most runners skip, or runners skip often at least, so...
There was a race, I think it was the 50 frogs, it was one of the frogs hints, where both copies were in Back of Lake in this tournament, so yeah. Like I said, lesser of two evils.
That is rude, but yeah, big stabby for Mr. Mario over there in... Mr. Martin, I'm sorry, over there in the Dongo's Cavern.
Mr.
Certainly
Mario
useful
will be
find,
racing very
especially...
soon.
Mr. Mario is racing very soon, but this is Mr. Martin. The wrong Mr. Mar. In this case. Okay. Mr. Mariotin, exactly. These two should just do the Dragon Ball Z fusion thing and get it over with. We've got a 50 Skull Seed, account 404, so welcome in, strap in, we'll be here a while.
And so far, well, other than the hints, there's not much we're getting from DC. It's still a really fast dungeon.
Yeah, it makes sense to check it, even if it is a stone.
We have hammer, we have strength, we have bow to speed up bomb flower explosions, so yeah, you definitely.
Yeah. Kirk is exactly 1 rupee short of buying a shield, and thought about getting another rupee quickly, but thought better of it now. So team, never buy a shield, congrats, you can have this one.
he did the bottom part of Fire Temple without a shield, and he hasn't learned his lesson yet. I mean, if you can't route a quick shield, as you when you are in Kakariko, it's reasonable to skip the shield, but you really don't want to enter Forest Temple without a shield, so.
Yeah.
And you know you're not getting a shield, a random shield from a big chest anytime soon. So, because the one shield that you're definitely going to check is on 50 skulls. So.
And Kirk is about to learn of the good news that indeed we are a 50 skull seed today. So. Is going to start prioritizing skulls in his routing a bit more.
Which is not the easiest thing with the items we have yet. No boomerang, no hookshot. I hope we're getting some nice early skull items, since the city is asking us to collect so many Skulltula, so.
You know, that would be kind, but I guarantee you everything but 50 skulls is going to be completely dead. If the seed gives you a hint this early, but it's just, I mean, Rando is going to Rando, but I'm just going to assume that it's not going to be kind to our runners. Because why would it be?
He heard you were talking shit and calling him Link the Moron, and he just jumped over the explosion.
DC on the path to Phantom Ganon. We might want to check that out again.
Yeah, then we're not done with it.
We aren't done with it. Martin bailed out of it after I think being bomb blocked out of there. So it's worthwhile checking out what's in there.
We can't right now, but yeah, it's definitely going to be a priority. And sadly, we don't have enough rupees to buy a tonic, so I don't think.
Yeah, we would need a wallet for that.
Okay, we have everything. Yeah, while Martin doesn't have hammer, he has silver gauntlet, so he has everything he needs to check.
Yep.
The maze.
And that hammer, because I've seen someone ask, was on a Lost Woods Bridge scrub. This is an area that Kirk already checked out, together with his Kokiri forest dip, which turned out absolutely nothing. And
yeah,
that
no
Martin will find out soon enough, I think.
Okay, a bow and 30, so we only get a 50.
That's our third bow that we know about, and well, only slightly useful information. We know that we don't need 30. Yeah,
okay,
we are. Oh no!
Martin is checking the woods as adult. Well, there's not much he can check around here.
No, he's probably looking for.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, Mido Skip.
Mido Skip.
The elusive Mido Skip. We don't need to do Mido Skip because we have Saria Song. But Martin wants.
It seems that Kirk is really prioritizing those calls because he went to the side room in TC.
If you see a 50 skull hint and you haven't been collecting skulls so far, I can't blame him.
That's true, but it's also Mirror Shield. You don't really need it until probably the very end of the seed, so.
Who knows?
I respect.
We're not going to see a foolish hint for Spirit Temple, but. I mean, I respect wanting to get these 50 skulls out of the way as soon as possible. Some hints that Kirk already showed us. Frogs 2 being dead.
Yeah, Martin almost fell.
Ooh. And Jabu being foolish. Which is all important information.
Definitely. Okay, upon a song. That's
okay.
That's okay. Okay, FW is the reward for feeding some ghosts to another. Where's that guy? The big Poe guy. Is he a human?
He
is he a
looks
ghost?
like
is he
a
a monster?
So I mean, I'm pretty sure we're not gonna see this today. This was the third SFM hint, right? Actually, now that we have Eponas, it's an easy check, and if you do it this early in the seed, it'll probably save you time in the long run. But the longer you wait with getting Varroa's Wind, the less worth it becomes.
He's our friend. Okay, I can get behind that. About the Poe merchant.
Okay. Oh, the hint was a DMT Storm Scrotto, thank you.
Oh, true. Where's Martin? Okay.
Well, Martin
he
probably
decided
getting
that he wanted the skull.
this room an absolute killer in Pot Sanity and Rupee Sanity, obviously.
I watched that race, that Freaky Friday race with Pot Sanity enabled. That was chaos.
That was ridiculous but wonderful. And
Yeah, it was chaos in the best possible way. I'm guessing we're going to
yeah, we're checking out tech side. Yep, valley into lake into probably open grotto and field. Not quite ideal considering you have a hammer to do all the bomb block checks in field.
Yeah, but you can do all that stuff as adults. I'm guessing he's going to do the loop, and then since he ends up in Sapphire anyway, go to Lost Woods from there. He has a child spawn in the river, but he doesn't have scale, so this is probably maybe faster.
Good point. Yeah. Actually, not bad routing if you put it like that.
Also, this is a couple of Sphere Zero checks that people usually leave for much later. So this, if there's something here, this could be pretty huge.
And since you pointed out that he's probably going to Kokiri from South Hyrule, he's probably finding his hammer rather soon.
Yeah.
So that's also good for Martin. Desert Colossus on the path to Morpha.
Okay.
And that was DMC Grotto.
Okay, it's just a Volupy on the waterfall. So nothing on Gerudo Valley.
And
DC Puffed Gun. Yep, the Phantom Gun.
oh no! Zelda's Lullaby is on OOT. This isn't just a 50 Skull Seed, this is 50 Skulls all dungeon. Oh no, sorry, not Zelda's Lullaby, Song of Time. I am not quite there yet. Give me a second to get some more caffeine in my face. Song of Time, not Zelda's Lullaby. Slightly less bad. And Pierre is dead. I don't think we've seen that yet. Oh, we have. Lake Lab.
Oh, the hint to 50 Skull was immediately available with a spawn.
Oh, okay. With a
We
Pokemon,
somehow didn't
right?
check it. Yeah, it's next to King Zora.
Just a rupee on the letter spot, I think.
Okay, and setting up here. Good idea, good idea. Although Martin didn't buy any beans before coming to Lake Hylia, so I'm assuming he's expecting to have a hookshot by the time he comes to Lake Hylia as an adult.
Well, he's certainly hoping for it. And we are seeing the Rush Ice play from Kirk. Chat is going hype.
It was inevitable. With that spawn, you get a bottle early on.
With that
You're
spawn,
not getting
with
the
that bottle,
big
you
songs.
go in ice.
You want Requiem, you want Zelda's Lullaby.
Plenty of good songs left to have, as well as our Kakariko village on the path to Twin Rover hint.
And some pretty fast calls in ice. Sadly, we don't have a hookshot to collect them.
Minor
Okay,
details.
that's
Fire arrows.
Fire arrows in the freestanding ice bar.
And there's Greg. Ladies, gents, and NB friends, we are getting started on meme percent. Icy Waters has... I can't see that. That looks like a recovery heart. Green.
Green, yeah.
Oh. That can't be a recovery heart.
But spherical, like, yeah, like a recovery heart or something. But the heart isn't green.
Yeah.
Is
so
that
what have we
the
found?
colors mixing?
Yeah. What have we found in Kakariko so far? What haven't we found in Kakariko? We have found a bottle. We have found a bow. We have found a strength upgrade. All of these, well, bottle, we know that we need 50 skulls. I don't think we're gonna be that short on skulls that we need a bottle as our path item. Might be though, I've seen it happen. But considering that the Gerudo Valley crate, sorry, not the Gerudo Valley crate, the Graveyard crate also has a bow, the bow is unlikely to be the path item.
Yeah, we still have seen no explosives, no hookshot, no boomerang on a 50 skull seed, but we know where all three bows are. So the seed gives and the seed takes away. Winning song was Sarias. Yeah.
Yeah, Windmill Song was Sarias, and so we are still missing Minuet, Serenade, Requiem, Zelda's Lullaby, and Sun Song. Pretty good odds for the song in Ice Cavern to be at least marginally useful.
On a 50 skull seed, Samson is not so bad even, so there's a really big chance to get something handy, yes.
Yeah, exactly. So Sun Song is maybe...
It's
normally just one check, but if you do need to get 50 skulls, it becomes really handy. That you can use it for daytime routing, or time of day routing rather.
It's slightly is somewhat better than Prelude. Prelude is also a decent time to set time of a decent way to set time of day. So
yeah, but only
maybe
one
not
way.
the song we're looking for, but
it's only your ability to set it to the beginning of night, though, via Ganon's castle.
If we're looking for Skulltulas, that's the time that we care for. Maximum time to get Skulltulas.
Yeah. Well, we're about to find out. Meanwhile, Mr. Martin is checking out Kokiri Forest. Though, I think he has seen the Kokiri Forest foolish hint.
Danger, we found Deans, magic, we have Nocturne.
Oh, danger Will Robinson.
We're only missing the woods.
Ice cavern.
I mean, if we get the woods with the other dungeons being Deku and the other stone dungeons being Deku and the seeds, this is essentially an all seed, an all dungeon seed, unless we don't fight the Kokiri sword. Those other two dungeons are so quick and dense with checks that most runners are going to check them.
Well, Deku Tree you often see go moded if you're late in a seed, but normally if you are only if you are actually in go mode.
Yeah.
There is Martin steps away from his hammer. What does Song of Time lock that could make this all dungeons? Well, the toilet in GTG, river chest in Water Temple.
Potentially the right side items and the central chest in GTG as well.
That would
at least
make it
logically.
logical AD though.
Yeah.
In terms of hard AD, mostly toilet and river chest.
Okay, so Martin got his hammer. And we're about to see what the song that's awaiting us in Ice Cavern is.
Exactly.
I like Kirk style, just shoot them from the distance. You don't even attempt to engage with them. Just get rid of those demon spawn.
Yep. I mean, I support this play 100%. Oh. Kirk obviously neither has a shield nor does he have bombs, so he needs to rely on glitchless jumps in this side dungeon, and doing a good job of it. Well, needs to rely. He could also just push the block, but you know.
This is one of those tricks that I've told myself several times. Come on, it's not, it can't be that hard. Just learn to do the glitchless jumps in ice caverns. I just can't do it.
I haven't put the levels in yet. I can't do it either. But yeah, Skullkid has been hinted dead.
That was really smooth by Kirk. Mm-hmm. Not just really compared to me, but relative to how it usually looks, even at this level. That was really fast and really smooth.
Yeah. Ooh, big chest at the end of Ice Cavern. Let's see what we have.
Okay, Martin.
This could be big. Rushing Ice will be rewarded with Nehru's Love.
1 of 5.
And Minuet of Forest.
In the meantime, Martin accidentally boosting the Lost Woods economy by buying some nuts from a scrap.
Well, doing good things for the economy, that's important.
Of course, support local business. Yeah, he I think he accidentally hit the scrap and then he was in the way, so you just spam A and just whatever. You buy some nuts, no big deal.
That being said, very magical ice cavern. Considering we've seen both Din's Fire and Neighbor's Love in here.
I'm not sure that Kirk would think of it as a magical place, because he got either nothing or bad news.
Yeah.
Depending on how useful Din's Fire is.
Come on, Stone Shadow will find a way. That's just law in OoTR Randomizer. So you might as well.
We're kind of running out of checks. We need bombs or a hookshot to open the seed.
Well, we have the well available to us, or at least the part of it that is accessible without bombs. 10 and 20 skulls. Chickens, of course.
That's pretty mean.
What's mean about chickens?
No, not chickens. Chickens is fine, but going for 10-20 skulls with
Bomb
nothing.
shoes!
Okay, so we have some explosives, but you
We
can't
do have some
shield drop.
explosives.
You can't shield drop your shoes if you don't have a shield.
Nothing stopping Kirk from buying one.
That's true.
I am curious what size the chew pack is, and we are about to see well from Martin here.
And it's nighttime for him, right? So if Well has nothing, he can't even do chickens right after.
Well, he would have to find some way to burn some time of day, yeah.
Yeah, he probably goes adult and checks some stuff with the hammer. A fancy new hammer that he got in the Lost Woods.
True.
Desert Colossus, but no. Okay.
See what 10 Skulls has? Nothing!
Woo! Let's go for 20!
I mean, I'm pretty sure Martin is going to do the skull loop here in Kakariko before going into the well. So we will be close once we get out of well.
Close is a relative term. I will be around
yeah.
16, maybe? No, 15.
Kirk is definitely taking his bomb shoes into the Dongo's cavern.
That makes sense. You have a path, and
You have a
still
hint,
don't know what it is.
You have a hint, and you have the capability to do it with the items you have, so go. The horse race sound on Mr. Martin's, or the horse race song on Mr. Martin's well soundtrack.
That's always fun.
More choose!
Okay, so
This time for Martin, so we can full clear well.
Oh, true. Well,
Yep.
we don't have ZL, so...
Ooh, Kirk, well, we can almost full clear well. Kirk only got the 5-pack of chews here in the Wolf's Grotto, so that Martin definitely at least got 10.
Maybe even 20.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Not us until he shows us. I think the like was a small chest.
I think so, yes. We didn't check the left side of the wall yet.
That's also a small chest.
Yep. Oh. That's a curious route through the wall. Okay, that is a big chest in the...
Well worth the investment, and Martin found a
20
pack of chews in the well. So he has some leeway with how he uses them. And bomb bag!
Okay,
well,
he has
that is
all the
very
leeway.
bomb-lock bombs.
He can definitely use as many explosives as he wants now. So yeah, Martin, he just finishes his child loop, and he's gonna be using a hammer. He has chews, he has bombs. He's feeling on top of the world.
And there's a big chest above King Dodongo's head, so this could be our path item here. Hookshot, that's definitely your path item.
I'm willing to bet a lot of money.
Well, yeah, considering, you know, it's past the Phantom Cannon.
Yes.
Well, we've seen a bow, we've seen strength, it could have only been the hookshot here, but, well, or something that leads us to hookshot. That's a small chest under the debris here, we're not even gonna bother with it. Or we are! Was a small key, okay. Let's see what Dead Hand has for us. Oh, sorry.
We don't have Zelda, so we can't check.
It was the... I was confused. I confused Dead Hand's room with the Coven room. It's just a red rupee. We are out of the well.
So, technically, well has nothing in logic. The only thing we have is bomb, so I'm not sure what the city is expecting us to do. I know what we're going to do. We're going to use those explosives and that hookshot to blow the city open. But I'm not sure where the logic is leading us. Like we're supposed to be maybe chickens, maybe something else.
Well, we're gonna find an early accessible bomb bag at some point, and that's gonna put us back in logic.
Unless it's in chickens, then maybe we don't find it ever.
Oh, B. Luigi making an interesting point. If we get a scale and letter, it's in logic with Dins. Because there are bomb flowers behind those rocks. And Kirk has decided to buy a shield after all.
I mean, you can get it. Is that in logic? Is Link the Goron with Dins in logic? Because talk about
Link the Goron? No, but the bomb bag in the big chest in the well is in logic with that.
Okay.
Oh wait, Link the Goron with Dins? I'm not sure.
I mean, you can do it. I don't think it's in logic. Oh no, come on. Now he doesn't have enough rupees. Martin accidentally exited Bunchy Bowling before checking what the second round is, and now he doesn't have enough rupees to actually check.
And he's decided to check that later.
Yeah, I mean, you can collect 30 rupees quickly.
Yep.
Yeah, he's spamming his shield. I get it.
Angry shield flicks.
It seems we want to see the Forest Temple from Kirk. Yeah, that's a bunch of Skulltulas that are very easy to collect.
And nap time for Kirk's tracker then.
You have to do it eventually, so... Correction. He's in forest without the shield! Kirk, you're killing me!
Wait, but he just...
Oh, okay, well...
He just doesn't have it equipped.
Okay.
Decided to not face those Stelphos shieldless.
That's
so much
the right
easier with
decision.
power crouch step.
That's the right choice, 100%.
And Forest might not be so boring after all. What's in this one?
It starts strong.
Double defense!
I mean, we'll take it. He was down to 2 hearts, so yeah, we'll definitely take it. Nothing on the Scarecrow, but you need... Oh, we're still checking. I guess he doesn't have explosives, he only has like 3 chews. So yeah, he's probably gonna be opening a lot of small chests for a while.
Yep. Meanwhile, Mr. Martin is swimming in explosives, basically. And is going to use those to make very quick work of the remainder of the Dongo's cavern. He knows it's a path it's a path location, so it makes absolute sense to go in there and see.
He has strength, he has Sarias, he has the bow. It has to be hookshot or something that locks hookshot. So yeah, it's the right play. I mean, you want, particularly if you already have explosives, hookshot is the most powerful item left in the game. So you go for it as soon as you can. Plus it's Dodongo's cavern. Super fast.
Yep, super fast, super check dense. Definitely just do it. It will also allow him access to a progression dungeon, so I mean, there is no downside to this play. Did that work? Martin is confident that it did, and indeed. Small key down in the well.
I love that peak. In general, the peaks with chest size matches contents are pretty interesting. I like them.
Very much so. Oh, our stream seems to have frozen.
Yeah, I saw it, but it seems it's nothing I can immediately fix. Let me get someone with knowledge for it.
All right, thanks so much. Thanks so much, Siberian, for looking into it. Meanwhile, we're doing, I guess, a radio play for you. Mr. Martin is on the way, or has just grabbed the skull from the back of Dodongo's cavern.
And Kirk is pushing a block. He's pulling again, still pulling, and there he is. He started pushing in the different direction. He's pushing and pushing a little bit more. Just one more. There it is. Back in place.
In other words, Kirk is doing push block room in Forest Temple, which does take a while.
And Martin is pushing the one block in the sea at the same time, so we have pushing all over the place.
I mean, I guess if Siberian fixes the stream in time, or Siberian plus whoever he gets to help, we will. You will be right back with us, chat. Once
for all this pushing action,
we are in Double Forest. So. In other words, yeah. Or in other news, Mr. Martin has made it to King Dodongo, is now facing up against the big dinosaur and feeding him some bombs.
And Kirk just did his final push. For now.
Excellent.
Until the Amy puzzle.
And chat tells us we are back. Kirk with a nice bigger on sword recoil here to the platform that leads us to the Floor Master.
Oh, I forgot Kirk has no magic.
Well, that's certainly a problem.
Definitely inconvenient. I hate fighting Floor Masters without magic, but Kirk did just fine. He likes using the bow for combat. That's not something that I see often, but I think it really works. I'm definitely taking notes on what enemies to use the bow on. And yeah, like I said, Forest has a lot of really nice Skulltulas, quick to get. 13.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he still has Nightcat left to do as a child and things like that, so I don't think he's that far behind.
There's a safe reset from Mr. Martin. Spawning back over to King Zora's chamber, so we might see Ice Cavern. I've seen him put the bottle on his C button. Yup, we are seeing the second Ice Cavern rush of this game.
Under an hour, it's a nice rush, yes.
This will actually be a big benefit to Mr. Martin, because both fire sources are locked behind King Zora.
That's true, and he does have magic to use them. So he might be able to check a couple of things. Although he can't open the Composer Grave, he doesn't have a quick access or access at all to Spirit Temple. There's not much he can do with fire right now. But eventually, it's definitely could have, even if it leads to Stone Shadow creeping his way into yet another seed.
It's also good information for him. He knows that, well, Kakariko, as it was in Season 4, nearly always Way of the Hero, it is now nearly always Path of something. But still, it's important information to know that some item you got in Kakariko is going to help you with getting to Twin Rova, and it is either the bow or the strength. Probably unlikely to be the bow.
Is it not?
Considering...
I see something that's solid. Yeah, I think it's not.
That is the Stone of Agony, I think. It's square, it's not round.
Huh. What is that? Can it be boots of some kind? I'm guessing hovers?
I think it's the Stone of Agony.
Maybe. What's it green? Maybe it's like a color tint, I think, from being in the water. Okay, we found...
There's a bomb deck. That puts us back into logic.
Yeah,
does it?
Makes a lot of sense. Yeah, we have everything we need. What? Yeah.
Siberian says no, it doesn't.
Well,
because a hook shot. Yeah, because yes. that hook shot was bomb locked. Yeah, we're not back in logic yet, folks. And welcome in raiders from ZeldaSpeedRuns too. I hope you brought some time with you because this is a 50 skull seed. It's probably not all dungeons, at least not for songs, but it is 50 skulls.
And if you look at the dungeon spread, it's basically most dungeons. It's gonna be hard to dodge everything. We have almost the entire Shadow Temple package.
We got a free light medallion. And we have Fire, Forest, Jabu, Water, and Spirit as our medallion dungeons. Plus, as you just said, and as disappointing as that is to me, Bonzari, we almost have the full package to go to Shadow Temple. Because Stone Shadow will find a way.
We definitely needed to complete DC because the big bad dinosaur was holding our hookshot.
Well, it was technically sitting above his head, but you know what? Close enough.
True. Well, it was in his treasure pile. It's like one of those dragons in the typical fantasy dragons. Yeah.
So this is basically most of the all of the long dungeons that we can get, except Shadow. We got in this seed, and Shadow isn't. Oh, frozen in mid-air. That's unkind to Mr. Martin.
Honestly, I prefer it to being frozen grounded because at least you can move.
Yeah, that's true. So we haven't seen any scales yet, we haven't seen any wallets yet. Boomerang and Rudo's letter are still conspicuously missing.
That's
the lens of truth.
In the falling ceiling room.
And
now, I know, chat, I know you wanted to see the block pushing, but you get to see some block pushing now. So enjoy Amy's puzzle.
Enjoy Kirk pushing together the picture of Amy. Here's Din's fire for Mr. Martin. All the fire sources he needs.
I guess I'm really liking this use of bow for combat from Kirk. A jump slash into a bow while you're walking away to head towards the door. I really like that. 50 Skull has our Mirror Shield, which we need to defeat Spirit Temple, so we're gonna collect that.
That was actually probably something I should have said when I said it is a 50 Skull Seed. Yeah, Mirror Shield is on 50. In other news, chat, since we still have a moment until Kirk gets to the interesting part of this dungeon, and Mr. Martin is showing us checks that we've already seen, I'm going to say happy 1 hour, everyone. And I'm going to shout out the people who make this restream possible. Obviously, if you aren't following our runners yet, please, you need to rectify that. Follow Mr. Martin and Kirk, and watch some OoT Randomizer and other games from their perspective. Thanks so much to our trackers B-Luigi and Mekhandi, who are the heroes behind the scenes who keep us on track and make sure that you can see what the hell is going on in this race. Thanks to my co-commentator Ponzari, and thanks to our restreamer Siberian, who already had to show that our restreamers are heroes today.
And of course, thank you, Tobias. This is my first time, everyone, and you've been a lot of help, so thank you.
I'll do my best. And chat, thanks to you for being here. I hope you're having fun, because I sure am. And here's Mr. Martin about to get trolled by Nehru's love. One advantage Mr. Martin certainly had while he was doing Ice Cavern. Actually, 2 advantages. He had bombs, so he could do ground jumps in Ice Cavern. And he had hook shots, so he could get those skulls.
Kirk found iron boots in Forest Temple, so we're not going to be looking for those. We can do most of Water Temple already, but it's a bit out of the way. And what I'm more interested in is, will he check Icy Waters? I still don't know what that is. I'm curious if he's going to safe warp and get that item, or if it's just nothing.
I'm almost certain I saw the Stone of Agony, but we'll see. But yeah, for a short while, folks, we are seeing Double Forest, and
PG doesn't count. Come on. PG
that's
is
fair.
a very cool fight.
Phantom Ganon is actually the most interesting part of this temple, so I'll give it a pass. And we do have the equipment to dip both Shadow Temple and Water Temple. We have magic, we have Dins, we have the Nocturne to get there, we have the hovers to actually... No, we don't have the hovers, that's the problem.
Oh, that's the problem, or that's the saving grace? Depending on your perspective.
Depends on how much you want chat to win and how much you want our runners to have a good time.
I'm on the fence.
The Iron Boots was just found in the forest basement, so nothing from Phantom Ganon. And we are seeing Deco Tree hints from Kirk, so let's see what those tell us. I think we've seen almost everything. Zora's River, Path to Volvagia. I think we've seen almost everything that's worth checking.
Lastly,
Death Mountain Trail is foolish. That's great after we've already checked almost all of it. And Kirk is warping back to King Zora, so checking out if he has anything.
I love when Bigoron is hinted and DMT is hinted foolish. It's just so you know, you really don't need to do Bigoron.
True, but Big Goron isn't always hint in these settings, so we would see that anyways.
That's fair.
King Zora has... Kirk
There
wouldn't
was the
buy a shield
shield.
after all.
Team Never Buy a Shield could have won,
But didn't.
but didn't.
Anyway, Kirk is out of here. He found the Iron Boot, so I'm assuming he didn't think anything, whatever was in the icy waters was worthwhile.
Yeah, probably. So I'm gonna take your word for it, and I'm gonna say that it was Stone of Agony. It's a shame that time of day won't allow him to collect the river skulls. Although, you know, you spawn next to this place, so it's not so hard to get them.
Mm-hmm. Alright, there are
Kirk
two...
never checked river. Forgot. Right, this is magic, right?
Yeah, this is his magic, which I'm sure he's happy to find.
Definitely.
And he's also seen his strength 2 down there. Trying to get that Octorok to shut up and leave him in peace. So he can actually get that thing.
Octoroks drop bombs? I never knew
Apparently
that.
they can.
What? Okay, well, I learned something today. And once again, for all of you who were very, very disappointed that you couldn't see the push block, the push action in Forest Temple, now you have Martin's perspective. I know you don't get to see it twice, but well, this will have to do.
It'll have to do. It's all we can offer you.
It's all we can offer.
Kirk, why are you climbing that ladder again? I
To
think
get
you
the
saw
Skulltula.
everything you needed. Oh, yeah, it's nighttime.
Will we go up the river? No, okay. That makes sense. You get this one because you're right here. And Forest, probably to get some Skulltulas on the way, and there's... Oh, okay, see, he didn't check the bond-blocked stuff in Lost Woods, I don't think.
Yeah, you couldn't have checked that before.
He's had Hammer for a while, but...
Yeah, but I think he went through here as a child mostly before. In any case, he's also prioritizing collecting skulls here. Is at 16 skulls now, so...
Pretty decent for this time in the race, 1 hour in.
Not too bad.
And you have a ton of dungeons ahead of you to finish the 50. Plus, they haven't had hookshot for that long, so kind of impressive in a way.
Mm-hmm. More skull routing over here. Warring, it'll mainly be all dungeons if something is in toilet or in river chests. For example, water boss key or any item we need for our other dungeons.
That is true. We have iron boots. We can check water temple, essentially everything, right? Except for the
for
Song
river
of
chests.
Time. Yeah. So it might be a good idea to go there and see if you really have to do AD. That's some information that you definitely want.
Boomerang in one of those would certainly do it. We need to do Jabu.
Yeah, I'm mostly thinking about the boss key. If you don't find the boss key, that's a guaranteed all dungeons.
If I'm Kirk, I'm probably also going to use this opportunity while I have Epona anyway. I'm probably going to grab Big Pose because I know that's Furor's Wind.
Yep. And he just got his magic, so that's very convenient. And he doesn't have Serenade or Requiem, so either of those dungeons plus G2G are great targets for your Forest Wind.
Well, looks like Kirk is going for Skull Grotto here.
I think I've seen this Skull Grotto in like 5 of the last 7 races or something. And never in any race prior to that in this entire tournament. It's fast. It's along the way.
It's a bit out of the way, I would say. It's just unless you really need skulls, you don't want to have to do that.
Sure. That makes sense. Are we? Well, for now we're getting the Kirk is
We are
getting
getting
the
big
pole.
toes, so yeah, makes sense. You know early on in the race that Furor's Wind is available to you. You want that time safe.
I'm surprised Kirk is a spammer. He's so proficient with the bow. I expected him to time the second shot.
If
They're
spamming
both
works,
perfectly reasonable tactics, but
if spamming works, why wouldn't you?
yeah, of course. I've been too clever a couple of times. I've tried to be cheeky a couple of times and missed out on killing the Poe. So I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with it. Okay,
I guess
he's
Kirk is setting time of day.
Is he not heading to?
Well,
GTG
he wants that skull.
Sure, but you come here
probably.
when you need to set the time of day. If he's going
Yeah,
across
he wants
field,
that skull and he wants Kakariko's skull.
Okay.
And that's 20 for him, I think.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I don't think he's walking out of here. He is.
He is.
Do you get to the fortress in time? Well, I guess you can. Yeah, and then this is reasonable.
Yeah, I mean,
You
he
get
wants to go
barely-
to Kakariko first to get that 20th skull and see what's on the 20 skull check. Because that is unhinted.
But he's not playing Nocturne, so I think he's going directly to the Gerudo area. I
Interesting.
think he's trying to reach there during the night time, but right about to turn day, so that he can do the 2 skulls outside in Gerudo Valley, and then be able to do HBA, horseback archery, in the fortress without having to wait for too long.
Martin, you have fire arrows.
Kokiri Forest is foolish, and nothing on the Volta.
Iron boots are in forest basement chest, yeah. Or what do you mean? We're seeing Tektite Grotto for the first time. Would be funny if that were something. And Bombag was basement chest in well. Yeah, that's just some nuts.
Well, one of the bombas was in the basement. They both got the one in Forest Temple. The one in the basement only the one in the well only Martin got. Only Martin has been to the well.
And that was the only thing we've seen in Whale that was needed or was useful so far.
Yeah,
We've obviously not seen the ZL log checks.
I think this is a play to get the scores. Is he gonna make it? No, he's not gonna make it.
No, he's not gonna make it in time.
Ah. So bad. Seems like you might be able to also. Yeah, you have to be super fast.
little chest behind the hammer rocks is just a nut upgrade.
Oh, okay. He's about to do the grade. I was thinking, why is he picking up small chests? He has bombs, he has a shield, he has full rupees. But yeah, he probably wants more
maybe
tubes.
to find some more bomb tubes.
Yeah.
Good aim though. Oh, yeah, got it. And sees that it's nothing. Well, it's time for Gerudo area for Kirk, and that'll keep him busy for a while. He has everything to full clear Gerudo Fortress and GTG as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of checks that you can do here, and with strength 2, the silver gauntlets, with bombs, the hookshot, bow, you can basically do full clear GTG, except for the toilet, which you need all dungeons for anyway. So.
Yeah. One thing he can't check is the rooftop chest as well. He can peek it, but he doesn't have Pierre set.
He didn't get caught. Oh, well, no, he does have full chest, so he could have picked it.
He's gonna peek that as soon as he has the Gerudo pass.
Sure, but I think it's faster to get caught initially.
Marginal.
Yeah, fair.
And it looks like... Oh no. Getting on Epona and getting that horseback archery out of the way. It's unhindered today.
I mean, Kirk really loves his bow, like I've been saying, so... This is not a logical choice. He's following his heart. You have to respect it.
I mean, it's also reasonable to do the outside checks in Gerudo Fortress before you dive
I'm
into GTG.
I'm not saying this is a subpar or unreasonable play. I'm saying the reason he's doing HBA is because he loves the bow.
You know what? I get it.
I get it too. I do frogs every chance that I get.
Oh. Oh, nice aim there. Oh,
no.
Nice aim. No! Gets to do horseback archery again. Once more. Not as a punishment, just for practice.
That was a really clean fight against Phantom Gundam from Mr. Martin.
That was a blink and you miss it fight.
Definitely.
I'm not gonna curse him by saying that looks better, but that looks better.
Definitely. Bots are a trap. They're not that much easier. And
There we go.
Okay, nice. There was no curse, there was no
Hover
curse.
boots!
Okay, so now he can check the chest on top of the
And
river fortress.
chat,
He was thinking about
everything. We have everything we need to full clear Shadow at this point.
True, very true. He was 15 steps ahead. He just knew he was going to get hovers in order to be able to check the top of fortress chest. That's why he went to horseback archery first, so quickly.
Hovers for Shadow for Song of Time for Boss Key and River. Yeah, sure, why not? If you want to curse our runners with all dungeons, go ahead. Oh, big chest straight in the GGG lobby as well as a small key. That's useful.
Immediate payoff.
The
Maybe.
immediate payout. Maybe. We'll see what this is. Silver
Okay,
scale.
that's-
Okay.
Where was Epona? Epona was in...
Minuet. Sacred Form.
And we have Solace and Logic, so yeah, that's a scaling logic, definitely.
That scale is in logic, which puts River in logic as a child. Because remember, both Bombags so far have been out of logic.
True.
Which puts a Bow in logic. Oh wait, Anju was just...
River is magic and strength, so...
At least one small key on the right side.
Both chests on the right side are small keys. I think I saw a big one on the left side.
So we are Song of Time locked in this case. If center chest is a big one, I'm not sure. We could be Song of Time locked in any case.
That's 1, 2, 3, 4 keys we've seen so far. 5. It's 2 on the right side, the one in the Master Quest Ice Arrow chest. It's the near Scarecrow chest, I think it's called.
Not quite sure.
Yeah, the one you can see from the hidden ceiling chest.
Okay, so GGG center chest was small. That's small blessings. That's another key.
So many keys. That's 5 or 6. I'm not sure how many there were in
We're
the
gonna go with 5.
Let's go with 5, yes.
So 2 on right side maze, well... One we've seen in the maze. 1 in the lobby, 1 in the Stalfos room.
One in the near Scarecrow. The room that you enter from the top of the statue room.
In any case, we are seeing from Martin what we didn't really see from Kirk, which is a probably deeper look into Fire Temple.
Probably the entire thing. I mean, yeah, at least until Volbag.
Yeah, it's a progression dungeon. You have to do it. You have all the materials to do it at this point. Let's go. Actually, kind of a question why Kirk didn't choose that to do that before going to the Garuda area. Maybe something that we can talk about in the interview later.
He has like 7 hearts or something, right? So he's fine to do Fire Temple. Okay, yep. That's a fairly early boss key.
By the way, one person I forgot shouting out earlier, making this restream and this race possible. Baseball, thank you so much for being our race monitor today.
Another slightly out of the way skull that you definitely get to visit.
Yeah.
I love those glitchless setups to get to jump into this room. Okay, and another big chest in the Silver Rock room.
Let's see, so that's definitely 6 keys we've seen. And that's the Lens of Truth.
That's crossing in logic.
Crossing the Wasteland is now in logic, which means whatever our Requiem song is in logic. Also another big chest, which is a wallet.
Okay, I think Kirk is planning on buying some shoes, because he just filled that wallet in a millisecond. No, it wasn't Stone of Agony in the Ice Waters, because Stone of Agony is in Forest Temple.
Turns out I was wrong.
I still don't know what it is, so...
Something that our runners were not interested in.
That's 3 out of 5, I think so. We've
seen Nehru's Love, we've seen Greg, we've seen Stone of Agony.
Yeah. Iron was in the back
Forest
of
basement.
Forest Temple.
So technically still out of logic, because we still don't know where our in-logic bomb bag is. That would put, you know, the hookshot in logic that would get us into
It's
Forest.
gonna be chickens. It's gonna be chickens.
I mean, at this point, it's quite likely to be. That's a third key on the right side, I think I saw there. Which would mean toilet has to be an item. Uh-oh. AD sense is tingling.
We still have... Well... Have we checked the right side? The Beamos room?
We have not yet, I think.
Okay, so there was a big chest in the maze.
We are going to the big chest in the maze. Which is a
Just
Goron
one.
tunic.
So, well,
So, there are 6 keys. No, we have seen, I think, all 9 keys at this point. There was one definitely left side maze. There were 3 on the right side of the maze. We've seen one in Stelphos. We've seen, I think, all 9 keys. So I'm pretty certain at this point, toilet is an item. And 3 on the right side of the maze definitely means we are logically. We should have logical. We should logically have trouble reaching that big chest with the Goron tunic. Not that it matters much. We've seen a wallet that was accessible.
I think we need 5 keys to get there, because it's 4 keys, and if you waste a single key on the right side, that's one that you don't get back. But if you use 2, then you can get the other 2. So I think it's 5 keys that we need to get that chest. I think we do have 5 keys available to us. I'm not sure. I haven't been paying attention to GTG keys. I'm sorry.
Lens was behind the silver block. Strengths were on Zora's River, freestanding heart piece on an adult shooting gallery, which the bow for that you just got from Anju. So those strengths are very in logic. Yeah, that's the more important thing, as Warring points out. We know
Come on. What else can be in GTG?
all 9 keys, so toilet is probably an item. It's
There's
very,
no way
very
there's
true.
anything in toilet, anything important in toilet. Come on.
Oh, my AD sense is
already have-
for a while here.
We already have 50 skulls in the seat. Give the runners a break. Come on.
No.
Fair enough, fair enough. If you wanna be that guy. More than just means easier school routing. Yeah, that's true. I can't argue against that.
Yeah. Water boss key being on river chest is, I mean, that is going to be, I think, a 50%. No, sorry, a 10% chance. So if you want your odds for AD, I think that's your best bet. And Song of Time, hi Dr. Jigs, yeah, 50 skulls is definitely a thing, and Song of Time on OOT is making us worry about all dungeons.
I'm not worried. Maybe I should be, but I'm not worried. I know that the team has...
More excited.
We spent like an hour without bombs or hookshot, and we still haven't found our logical bombs. And we have 50 skulls. I think the seed is mean enough. We rushed dice! What more do you want, chat? Come on, be nice.
More. Alright, let's see what's on Lake Lab. Haven't seen the top of the lab yet. It's a bottle.
It's not just
Rudolph's
any
letter.
bottle. It's a very special bottle.
Oh dear. That puts Ice Cavern in logic. With our adult spawn. Was that scale in logic? GTG lobby? Yes, it was.
The scale was in logic, yes.
Alright, so Ice Cavern is indeed in logic at this point.
Yep. Which isn't much, it's just, well, it isn't much unless you're expecting AD.
It was Dins and it was fire arrows.
Exactly.
And Nehru's love, but who's counting? Oh yeah, bombs and well are also in. Wait, why B? We have scale. Oh, we have Dins now. Yeah, Dins is in logic. Well, basement had our first logical bomb pack.
Wow.
Woo, baby! I like it.
Does the game really expect you to get Dins to get your first logical bomb pack from blowing up the bomb flowers in the basement of what?
Yes, indeed. That is exactly what it expects you to do. And Remote Grotto has a big chest. What's it gonna be? Double magic!
Nice to have.
So, to summarize the logic chain that we just got with the help of B. Luigi, the scale and the letter put Ice Cavern in logic. Because we now have the means to get to King Zora as a child and turn the letter in, which means King Zora slides to the right, and we can access Ice Cavern as an adult, logically. And Ice Cavern had our Din's Fire, which we can use as a child to blow up the bomb flowers sitting behind the boulders in the basement, to get to our logical first bomb back in, well, basement chests. Ugh.
What was that?
That was a sound of disgust.
That was pure disgust. That was very intense.
No, Hammer wasn't magic locked. Hammer was freely available at Lost Woods Bridge Scrub. And I missed it, but did we see our Temple of Time song already?
Was possible budget strength so that they can get the wallet in GTG to buy the tunic to fight for budget?
Possibly, or just the tunic itself, which was in the maze.
We have Hammer, and Hammer
got it out of that.
Right, either tunic or wallet, because we have Hammer. Hammer gives us magic, which can't be path, so it has to be strength, and we have another strength available. So yeah, in the river itself. So No, the other strength is in the... What was the strength?
The strengths were in Azores River Freestanding and Adult Shooting Gallery.
Shooting Gallery.
Which are also both in logic now, thanks to our hover boots being definitely the fortress path to Baronade. Which, wait, what? How did those end up being the path to Baronade? 1 second. Processing. But that was the only path capable item we found in Gerudo Fortress, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, Stone Shadow has found the way, chat.
Or Stone Shadow.
Yeah, Volvagia doesn't really come into it unless there's a song on Burning Cack that we need. Or in the Temple of Time.
I don't know, man. This logic is pretty weird. It's a mess. It's a total mess.
I think Volvagia did have a key here.
Yes, Techno. 50 Skulls Mirror.
That means 50 Skulls Heart required, indeed.
Thankfully, we've known this since basically the start of the seed, so both runners have been collecting as many skulls as they can on the way. But yeah, it's gonna be a while before we reach 50.
So if Volvagia has a key, that means those hovers lock most of Fire Temple, as Alfalfa points out, which could also be what the game wants us to do. So either Stone Shadow or Deep into Fire. Aren't those lovely choices?
Wonderful, absolutely lovely.
Let's see what's on the arch. Can we see it from here? No.
It was a huge rupee, I think. I saw something golden.
Requiem is vanilla.
Okay, so we're definitely crossing the desert today. I think I saw a huge rupee on the arch, so...
Wasteland crossing definitely required, and we have the tools for it. ZL on Burning Cack confirmed. That tells me we've probably seen the Temple of Time song already, because I missed it, but it must have been Sun's song. Sun's is vanilla, oh, okay. Temple of Time song is Serenade, thank you. Well, yeah. To be able to have ZL, it can't be in Composer's Grave, so it has to be on Burning Cack at this point.
Right. Yeah, it's so mean that Kirk has to be next to that Skulltula line. He can't get it because he doesn't have some.
Long shot!
Okay. That's
Hello,
definitely an interesting find. Yeah, and
Can
he
just
got
do Water Temple now, and I think that's exactly what's on Kirk's mind.
Yeah, you have Requiem, you don't have Mirror Shield, you know what it is, so you don't need to keep going through Spirit when you have progression to make elsewhere.
Mm-hmm. And Spirit is definitely child locked, we've seen both checks here. So... we definitely need to return as a child here.
In a way that makes Spirit logic less messy than usual.
Yeah.
Knowing that we definitely have to cross, we definitely need to come here as child.
Oh, Technolink must have figured something out. Let's hear it.
Waiting. Yeah, we have Lens. It was in GTG.
Yeah, Lens of Truth found. Yeah. We've been to the desert, and Warink brings up a good point, because we've confirmed that ZL is on Burning Cag. And we need to beat Jabu for that. Our the toilet can't really be anything.
Oh. Right. Well, yeah, we have everything else we need. We have long shots. We have everything we need for water. We know where everything we need for spirit is. So yeah, there's nothing of value to us in Java.
Exactly. The only item we are still missing from, or we don't know where it is yet, is Boomerang. So if it's all dungeons, folks, it's all dungeons because the water boss key is on River Chest. A 10% chance of all dungeons is all you're getting.
For a 50 skull seed, this is going to be pretty fast. Unless Boomerang trolls us. I said fast, chat. I didn't say the J word. Okay?
No, we're not saying the J word. We're not cursing our runners.
No one's saying the J word. Not for a 50 skull seed. Techno, come on.
No manners in chat these days. None. So yeah, but we do know that that the boomerang is somewhere behind hover boots, and that's interesting because it will tell us that it's either deep in fire because Volvagia was a key, so Volvagia was hovers locked, or it's in Shadow's Temple. Shadow's Temple? Shadow Temple.
I'm surprised Kirk didn't lower the water level before coming here. Yeah, there's nothing in this chest. Okay, and Martin is waiting for some skulls.
Kirk does not have ZL, so...
Oh, true, of course. Yeah, he didn't because he couldn't. Duh.
ZL is locked behind our boomerang, so... That is all we can do in Water Temple now. Is Martin waiting for time of day for that skull? It looks like it.
Yes, I mean, you're here, you're not getting if you don't get these skulls now, you're not getting them ever. But yeah, this is a lot of time that Martin is waiting.
So what's the damage? Well, welcome in, first of all, Xavier. It's a 50 skull seed. Song of Time is on the Ocarina of Time, and so we haven't excluded the possibility of Water Boss Key being on River Chest yet, which tells us there's about a 15 to 20% chance at this point. We've seen, I think, 2 chests in water, or 3.
We've seen 4 chests, 3 of them were keys.
4 chests, 3 of them were keys. Okay, so that's more than... Oh, wait. That is a 1 in 6% chance. 1 in 6 would be 16.7. we got there in the end. So yeah, about a 15% chance of Water Boss Key making this seed all dungeons.
That Deku Shield survived by the skin of its teeth.
Oh yeah.
That was cuddling really close.
But it did survive.
But it did survive.
To use the old to basically use the old Jack Sparrow expression. You are by far the worst pirate I've ever heard of, but you have heard of me.
True. We definitely take those. Ooh. Okay. I kind of hate this setup because you don't really need to wait. Usually, for most Bonchu setups, you have to wait an even number of blinks in order to drop the chew at the right time. This is like a blink and a half.
Something like that.
It's pretty awkward, but yeah, Kirk nailed it first time. Good thing he did because he only has one more chew left. No boomerang, no slingshot, so maybe he should get the slingshot from Target in the Woods. That would be a lot of help. Okay, so Kirk is not going to continue climbing as child. He's going to take that key and use it as adult link. Makes sense.
Yeah. At that point you have done everything that's exclusively child-locked in this dungeon, so you might as well go back adult.
You have magic. Probably for Shadow... magic and fire. Probably for Shadow Temple, but hey, you can use it to do the other checks that the game may be intended for child in the game, the vanilla game.
What I'm wondering is, does Kirk just... No, Kirk is probably not just going back to Spirit Temple, considering he could just warp there.
No, he's setting time of day.
Setting time of day, so either going skull hunting at the Colossus, maybe?
I don't think he knows where he's going. There was a big pause.
Yeah.
He decided he's going to do some skull hunting and looking for the boomerang, but all he knew was, I need it to be nighttime. I'll think about it while I'm getting there.
And so, I'm guessing we're going back into forest for a Faro's Wind. So I'm guessing back into Spirit Temple after all. No, into GTG, yeah, okay.
And he has Spirit, Requiem of Spirit, so...
Getting those Fortress and Valley Skulls.
He's 1 rupee short from getting more chews. I'm not sure he wants more chews, but... Oh, wow, with Longshot does make this a lot nicer. Getting the skulls here and in the shooting gallery. In HPA targets.
Meanwhile, that's Martin crossing the desert. And
getting some Skulltulas while he's in the air.
Good time of day to get some skulls before it becomes daytime again.
Yeah, waiting for nighttime to enter Gerudo Fortress right when it turns night may have been worth it to make it so that this is an area that he can traverse during the nighttime as well to get a couple of more skulls.
Get that second skull in time, though.
I think he's given up on the second Skulltula, yes.
Getting that hint. Shadow Pot is dead, and that is our last sometimes hint.
Cool. Yeah, kirkq is finally going back to Spirit. It's still nighttime, so if he traverses other areas where time doesn't pass, he's going to be able to collect more Skulltulas. But it's nearing the break of dawn, so
Yeah.
I'm not
Might
sure
be
he
able to
can.
grab one. I'm not sure.
I don't think he's getting both of them, definitely. Bronte. Okay, he got a bit trolled by the levers, but okay, now both of our runners have longshot. Martin is probably going to, yeah, he's going to Water Temple. He's gonna check. Probably the same checks that Kirk did. There's a bit of retracing of each other's steps.
I would expect
right
so.
now. Yeah, I think well, we're gonna get some progression in Spirit Temple from Kirk, so.
Well,
just one key. We have just one key, so I don't think we're going to find that many items in here. We only care about the one, though, so.
Yeah, we're boomerang from Go mode. At least chat is.
Okay, speaking of which.
Yeah, no, that's not hovers locked. That can't be it. Boomerang and water boss key from Go mode, or something more concerning might be going. Yeah. All of Spirit is hover locked because of Wasteland Crossing. Oh shoot, yeah, never mind then.
Yeah,
That's
we have Longshot, but Longshot is in Spirit and we need and Requiem is in Wasteland, so yeah, we definitely need the boots.
Yeah, and that was Boomerang to prove me wrong. Thank you, game.
So see, it wasn't all dungeons. You guys are mean. Come on.
Well, we don't know that yet. The problem is that Mr. Martin is doing an oops AD here.
I mean, there's 5 skulls, I think, in Fire Temple, so even if there's nothing in Shadow Temple, so even if there's nothing, it's not like he's completely wasting his time. We need 50 of the thing, so we're going to be traveling quite a bit anyways.
Yeah, so if we end up needing Kokiri Sword, because the water boss key is Song of Time locked, which again is a 1 in 6 chance at the moment, not the worst of chances, then we might still not be in Go mode. But otherwise, chat has seen all the items it needs to see.
Yeah, we need hover boots or longshot in order to be able to cross the desert, but longshot is locked behind crossing the desert. So we definitely need hover boots.
So the entire Desert Colossus area, as well as the
Haunted Wasteland, the Spirit
Haunted
Temple,
Wasteland, the Spirit Temple, they're all hovers locked, which I didn't tweak onto until Alpha pointed out that yes, that's the case, and I've been proven wrong by the game because the boomerang was exactly where I said it couldn't be. Yeah, what we really need to know from chat's perspective, and the only open question, is where that water boss key is, and depending on that, where is a Kokiri sword?
those small chests in the silver rupee room.
Yeah, looks like it. Oh.
Okay. Invisible rupee, invisible fire.
Kirk not quite having the best of luck with those Anubis. There we go.
Cool enemy design.
It is.
So underutilized.
They're also peaceful until you start attacking them, or until you use your sword Deku stick to attack something.
They're very, very cool, yes.
Well, big chest, is that the second wallet? Okay.
Money. No, this is definitely not a kind seed. We still... Do we know what's our logical bomb pack? Yeah, the one in the well?
The one in the well basement.
By this fire and magic?
Yeah, that was very ridiculous.
Definitely not a kind seed.
Yeah, Martin is doing a useless dungeon unless Kokiri sword is somewhere in here. And we need it, you know. Kirk is probably maybe 10 minutes away from showing us that,
I mean,
because he's going to...
If we need Kokiri sword, we also need to be Shadow, so...
Yeah. Kirk is probably about 10 minutes away from showing us whether water is... Well, maybe 15 minutes, whether water is all dungeons locked. Because he's going to do Jabu now, and then afterwards we'll know.
Foolish Jabu.
We'll get foolish Jabu, so... Which I think saves a few rooms, which is nice.
Jabu is never fast, but as fast as it gets. We also don't have a slingshot.
Oh.
Which we don't really need, but it really speeds up some combats and things like that. Oh, we never saw the second item from Boncho Bowling.
Oh yeah, now he has enough money, he can actually check that. And Kirk, as chat is rightly pointing out, has not found Rudo's letter yet, so... Huh?
Yeah, that's on top of the lab. Okay, it was nothing.
Shoe bowling entirely useless. We've never seen that before. Oh wait. Nearly always.
It can sneak up on you. It's a check. It's not a very good check, but it's a check.
It's certainly a check. It certainly exists.
We still
158. 158 child shooting gallery. That's interesting.
That is very true. I guess we've spent most of our seed during the night time, so... And we had Prelude from very early on, so we never really had a reason to visit other than purposely that check.
So, did Kirk just save scum away some progress? Because he just rage reset, or whatever that was. Oh, okay. He saved right before he went child.
I love that cross time save scumming.
Save scum the way his age. Not a bad idea actually.
It's always fun.
Easy way to get back to adult, wherever you are. So wanted to finish up market checks before heading into deep fire. hoping to find his ruler's letter there. Unfortunately, we know that's not exactly where he needs to be. Stone of Agony we've seen, and that is the first slingshot, which is logically available.
And it allows us to get the second slingshot in target in the woods.
Yeah.
And of course, perhaps, the Deku Tree.
Yeah, so, for Dark Heaps and anyone else who was totally paying attention to the seed, the boomerang was in Shadow, it was in Spirit Temple, Adult Climb. Or Adult Side, rather, I should say, Adult Locked.
And there was no key in the adult side, and only one key in the child side. So you have to go child to get the key to potentially eventually get in that boomerang, depending on how many keys are available.
Yeah.
I think you need at least 3 keys. We saw 3 keys in the child climb area, so yeah. That boomerang is definitely in logic.
Yep. Mr. Martin has done all he can in Shadow Temple, pulled the block and bailed out. And now is following Kirk into Fire Temple.
We need skulls, man. Dungeons are good for getting skulls, so we do dungeons. It's that easy.
And also, well, Mr. Martin is still missing some items. From his point of view, is still looking for that boomerang, even though he has Ruler's Letter. And might still be worried about Kokiri's sword as well. And those can certainly be in Fire Temple. And he's also following up that the fact that most of Fire Temple is logically hovers. And hovers is his path to Baronade. So this is certainly a reasonable play for him.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Speaking of Kokiri's sword, uh-oh.
That's scary.
Is Kirk gonna do an Oops AD? Kirk might just be doing an Oops AD.
I mean, at this point, you're looking for 50 skulls anyway. You didn't really lose much by actually doing AD.
It's a bunch of quick skulls, that's true.
Right. You need to somehow route in. If you don't do Deku or Shadow, you need to route in, what, 9, 10 skulls? No, 8 skulls? Something like that. Without Sansong. Although, what?
So yeah, chat has been in oh no mode for Water Boss key location for a while there. Our runners are still hunting items.
I don't think Kirk has set up the Scarecrow as adult. So maybe he doesn't know how to do pixel shot, or he doesn't do it reliably or fast enough to make it worth getting the skulls in the pier path. Because yeah, if you have Scarecrow, you definitely get those 2. You need 50. That's 2 Skulltulas back to back. I love when these very early skulls are what we're going after 2 hours into the seed. I mean, if he didn't do target shooting, he definitely didn't get that skull. That makes sense.
Yep.
Let's see what Mr. Martin's reaction to getting the Kokiri sword is. Okay, apparently he's going to keep pushing.
Yeah, he's gonna keep pushing. He knows the rest of Fire Temple is also.
Easy.
Or not.
Well, or
he is.
Let's just see.
They are metagaming each other into oblivion here, I think. Both of them think, well, if it's deeper in Fire Temple, I've already lost.
Did Martin push the block in Shadow Temple?
Martin did push the block in Shadow Temple.
Yeah, so he's definitely planning on finishing the dungeon if he goes.
Yeah.
If
now,
he gets
okay, I can. This is a slightly more reasonable place to bail out of Fire Temple. If you're thinking, okay, I need to go to Deku Tree. Martin opened up a shortcut.
Martin didn't get the pure skull, the skulls either, or did he? I don't think he did. That's 2 back-to-back skulls. I don't know.
I think Martin did not set up Pierre as an adult. So
maybe. Well, no, he did because he got the Ruto's letter. Which was on top on the left roof, so he definitely got Pierre set up.
You're right. Well then.
Okay, so it looks like he's going Child. I don't think he's going directly to Jabu because he just set up time of day tonight. So he's probably going to do some checks around, I don't know, I have no idea. Lake Hylia? There's a few skulls there.
Child Spirit? I'm not sure.
Maybe? I'm just saying that...
Place Requiem, he's doing Child Spirit.
No, he's going to Lake Hylia.
Huh?
He set up time of day, and in Child Spirit you don't need time of day for that, so...
That's a good point.
And he's not going to Jabu because that makes it morning once again, so... He had to be looking for some skulls, but yeah, I guess Lake Hylia is the most reasonable place to look for them. Or just the one? Okay.
Or just the one. Pushing into Deku Tree, I would assume. That's 34 skulls for Kirk. Mr. Martin slightly further along here, almost 40. So, if Kirk goes to Lake, or goes to Lake Lab anytime soon, it's basically his race to lose. But until he does, yeah.
I mean, we still need to get 50 skulls. I don't know how long that's gonna take, so even if he goes to Lake very soon, there's still time for Martin to find his boomerang.
And this is a room you don't usually see in Standard. We're seeing the skulls from the back of the Deku Tree, from the basement.
Neat.
So yeah, Kirk knows he needs to collect skulls quite quickly. So yeah, okay. So Mr. Martin, boomerang that is on the Spirit Temple adult side.
Yes, the mirror room.
Huh?
The mirror room.
Exactly. So exclusively accessible from adult side, and Kirk needs that Rudo's letter that is on top of the laboratory in Lake.
Yeah, it's literally for just the one skull, the time of day change. And now Martin is probably going to be doing a lot of stuff as child, with the intention probably of never coming back. Child, before he goes back to Spirit Temple, maybe. So yeah, it's gonna be a while before Martin actually gets his boomerang, if he gets it anytime soon. Yep. This is one of those like very, very clean.
Ping? Can you hear us now, chat?
Hello?
There we are, yay!
I'm refreshing too, just in case.
Welcome back, chat.
That comms could not be heard was on my end. I don't know why, but it also happened the same time the streams froze for a while. For a few seconds. Again.
Technology.
Yeah, something is weird today.
That's fine.
Domain checks. This is domain diving minigame at 2 hours and 13 minutes into the seed.
Honestly, at this point, I'm not surprised. We've done much, much worse.
Both of them are basically hard last locationing their, or well, not hard, but pretty much last locationing their progression item here.
They're both child, they want to do child stuff.
And Mr. Martin didn't quite get flame storage. Luckily, has enough magic and Din's fire to not really have to worry too much about that. 41 skulls for Martin.
Nice. Yeah, if he's chasing after skulls, I think he will go Spirit Temple fairly soon once he goes adult. Because he can do Spirit Temple stuff, and there are some skulls that he definitely can get even before he gets his mirror shield, so he should get Boomerang relatively fast. He can't do Jabu without it, so I don't think he's gonna stay child for much longer. Kirk is the one that needs to make the play and actually go to Lake Hylia. It's a bit off the way.
Yeah.
Martin's missing item is in progression in a dungeon that he needs to complete. Right next to the boss.
Good point. This is actually much more worrisome in terms of fan.
Yeah, I'm actually more worried about for Kirk. I'm actually more worried for Kirk than I am for Martin. I think Martin doesn't have that much stuff left to do as child. Martin, get the dungeon reward. Don't be greedy, Martin. There's still a chance of all dungeons. I was thinking for a second there about resetting, maybe.
And yeah, there is still that looming all dungeons probability, which would also be a benefit to Mr. Martin, who has done most of Shadow Temple already. If it's all dungeons, Mr. Martin...
We're getting some frogs!
The froggies! We know Frogs 2 is dead, but what is Frogs 1?
I know, don't remind me. You don't need to say Frogs 2 is dead. I know it. One of these days, we still don't have a single Frogs 2 seed, and that's been restreamed by CSR during this tournament. We've had one every season, I think except season 3 or 4, where still there was, I think it was Spike who got strength or something from Frogs 2, even though there was another copy of the item elsewhere, so it wasn't required. But every other season we've had a Frogs 2 seed. I'm still waiting for season 5's Frogs 2 seed. It has to happen, I believe.
If you say so. I mean, it doesn't have to happen.
It has to. Let me dream, okay?
Sure. Mr. Martin not having the easiest time against that Armos Knight.
Does he have enough time to light the torches?
38 or 39 skulls for Kirk. And it's Dampe o'clock, so conveniently, let's see what Dampe has.
I think we already saw, yeah,
Red
it was
rupee.
a red rupee. Martin already got Dampe. And yeah, oh!
That was very close.
That was scary, definitely. Much easier room still than with Bomb Juice, but yeah.
It's time for soft soil skulls.
Martin is going all the way to the final room just for the skull. Into the final child side room. I guess it's not that far. Yeah, it's fair, it's fair.
If you know you got 50 skulls to collect, sometimes you have to do a bit of a detour.
I think Kirk is getting the 50 skulls sooner than Martin is, because Kirk has Nightcap and the soil Skulltula. There's a bunch of easy, fast skulls that Kirk can get right now.
Martin is at 42 skulls. Kirk will be at 44 when he's done with Cack skulls, so yeah. Actually, Kirk is pulling slightly ahead in terms of skulls here.
Yeah, and he has a lot of, like, he can go to Kokiri Forest and get 3 more skulls from the soil patches in Kokiri Forest and Lost Woods. But there's a bunch of easy, fast skulls that he can get. So I expect he'll get his Mirror Shield sooner than Martin is.
This is actually not too good for Martin continuing in spirit here, because the one item that he actually needs is locked behind being
like I said, there's unless he doesn't do the sun room, the fire, whatever it's called, the torches room, he should have enough keys to do everything. Because there are 3 keys between. There's one here, the one that he already used, and the one in sun room. So he should have enough to still do Adult Spirit. Well, he already has enough to do Adult Spirit, if he doesn't waste it. Oh.
That wasn't the intended thing to do.
But
adapt and overcome, we're just using Din's fire instead.
It was just an attempt to bait us into thinking he's gonna use the stick.
Oh, Kirk is going well.
He's playing the audience. He knows. He's putting on a show for us. Yeah, that's. Oh, I love. One of the things that I love about the freestanding items is when you see a bloopy in a location, and then you go back to that location, and that bloopy has become something else. For example, the freestanding item in the windmill is now a bag of bombs.
Well, yeah, blue rupees are the placeholder items, so it was nice to see what they become when when you actually have the item available to you.
I guess Martin has double magic, but I expected him to light up 2 of the torches with beans and then use the stick to light the last one, but he has magic to spare, so whatever.
Exactly.
He can afford it. Once again, showing off. Yeah, Kirk is only getting more bombs from well.
Well, the 20 pack of bomb shoes is a nice quality of life thing.
That is true. He's been wanting some of those for a while now.
He's just been,
Although, is he getting the bomb shoe back at this point?
I'm not sure.
Well,
Might not be opening small chests anymore.
I think it was a chest. Yeah, it wasn't freestanding, it was definitely a chest, so
Yeah,
I don't think he's gonna get the shoes. And, well, he does have the boomerang, so maybe he goes after the Skulltulas in the well. That's something.
Well, Martin is going back adult, so this might be... He might be very soon discovering that his boomerang was basically just on the other side of the building.
If he goes to Spirit right now, this is definitely Martin's race to lose. Every second that passes means, yeah, every second that passes right now is a second that Kirk has to make up later on. There are 3 dungeons left. It's not impossible. Did Marty do any water temple?
I don't think so.
Well, then that's the margin that Kirk has to find his.
Thing is, Kirk is giving a lot of time back to Martin, as you said just now, by doing well. And Martin has done 2 out of 3 stone dungeons. He's done Deku and he's done DC.
We're back to season 1, well, Elizabeth. I thought we were past this.
To use the old
We're
meme.
past this. The old memes follow us throughout the years.
Boomerang, boss key, there we go, Mr. Martin. You've got the full package, except you still need that pesky mirror shield.
Well, he's in... No, he's definitely in Nomont. He has everything he needs, even if it's all dungeons. So.
Well, he still needs his light arrows as well.
Oh. Well, he knows what those are as well. Those they were on the volcano. So
yeah. He never picked
He's
those up.
definitely in no mode.
That's
once again, that's another small margin of time that Kirk has. That the fact that Martin has to collect his light arrows, there's small margins of time. Kirk has to get that letter pretty fast, but he can do it.
Martin is certainly now going child doing Jabu, now that he has all the items for it. And chat, get your guesses in. It's treasure chest game time, I think. There are nighttime market checks happening, and the treasure chest game can only be seconds away.
Let's see. What is it gonna be tonight? Right.
On the right side, so... Oh. I think the cutoff is right there.
Second one is left. Still good, I'm still in.
Oh dear. Well, you're doing better than I am, because I lost immediately. Right, left,
and
left.
I'm out.
Anyone still in? RLL, I've seen. Okay. Padre is still in. Padre is out. Mercury Telos still is in. If the next one's right. Oh, no, sorry.
Right and then all left. Did anyone get that?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Everyone's out.
Everyone's out. Sorry.
Damn. Please, devs, can we get... can we modify the chest minigame so that you can warp out of it, just like you can with GTG? Please, thank you.
But yeah, it was as close to team left as it could be.
Okay, Kirk is going adult. So this is exciting. Essentially, tournament live saving.
Going.
I'd like to remind you this losers bracket game, which means that whoever loses this game is out of the tournament completely. So
yeah, one of them's going home.
Anyone who's rooting for Kirk wants him to play Serenade as soon as possible.
Or he could play Bolero of Fire and do those remaining Fire Temple checks.
Oh, he's going to Fire?
Kirk is giving a lot of time back by doing that.
That might be the final nail in the coffin.
Quite possibly. I'm gonna step away for just a minute here.
Okay. Well, the thing with finding the boomerang as well is that there's now a lot of convenience calls that you can get in Jabu. So Martin doesn't have to go too far off his way to finally get the mirror shield. Is no one speaking in chat, or is chat frozen or something? I think chat is frozen for me. Anyway. Yeah, it's a foolish dungeon, so Jabu is gonna be pretty fast. He has 45 skulls now, there's 2 in the basement, the one near the boss, so that's 48. Once he goes adult, no, he's already been to spirit. He has to find 2 more. Okay, chat is working right now. Letter was on that roof, yes. So, if you want Kirk to continue in this tournament, he has to go to lab roof pretty fast because Martin is in no mode. He knows where light arrows are. I think he knows. They are in Death Mountain crater, the freestanding item on top of the volcano. So he should know where the light arrows off. And that's all he needs to beat the game. And he's now running through the dungeons as quickly as he can. And Kirk is still looking for that letter. So if you want Kirk to continue with us in this tournament, to move on to the next round of the losers bracket, he needs to go to Lake Hylia as soon as possible. I don't think he's ever leaving Fire Temple until he's done with it. But maybe if he goes to Lake Hylia, there's a chance. I mean, Jabu is foolish, but we're in go mode anyway. Well, glow mode for Martin. Well, no mode for Martin. He hasn't collected his mirror shield yet. He knows what it is. Yeah, regardless of whether or not Jabu is foolish, which we know that it is, he's not going to be collecting any items. He knows where everything else that he needs to finish the seed is. We don't have the boss key for water, and if it is behind Son of Time, that means that we need to complete all dungeons to get it. But that's the only thing that we're missing. And once again, while we don't know exactly where the boss key is, we know what we need to do to get it. So we're not checking RNG checks, we're not trying to mess with the logic anymore, we're just following the path, completing the dungeons, and beating Ganondorf. And if you want Kirk, you're rooting for Kirk. If you bet on Kirk, you need him to go to Lake Hylia immediately after he's done with Fire Temple. And I'm not even sure he has a chance if he does, but that's the only realistic way that this is still a race. You back?
I am back, and yeah, Kirk is going deeper into fire, I see. He's getting all happy because, ooh, big chest, and it is... Ice arrows, that's 4 out of 5. 4.
We're only missing the winner heart piece. I don't think we're getting the winner heart piece.
In the compass chest and fire.
We saw winner. So we got...
Well, meme percent is done then.
I think we've won meme percent.
Winner was in Fire Temple as well. Oh, okay.
Okay. Well, I missed it completely. We won meme percent.
Congratulations on meme percent, chat. All right.
Yeah, like I said, I think this is 48 skulls for Martin, so he should be done with the skulls very, very soon.
Yeah, Jabu is always good for a few skulls as well. That didn't aim for the skull. That hit it.
Did it? I mean, I know that the skull died, but did it hit the skull? It didn't look like it hit.
Fair point. It did enough. Let's put it that way. Hitboxes are weird. And with that, welcome to, I think, one of my favorite boss fights in this game, Baronade.
Definitely not the best one, yes. So far so good. Nice.
Oh, that was very clean.
That was perfect.
And Kirk might have a chance.
Okay, okay.
out of Fire Temple into Lake Hylia. And... not going across the bridge, swimming across
This
instead.
is good.
Yeah.
He's heading towards the lab.
Is he
Hopefully...
just setting up Pierre, or is he heading for the lab? Because it looks like he's heading for Pierre.
He's heading... Right now he's heading to the lab. Maybe he's going to turn... No.
Okay, heading to the lab. Well... Oh, let dive first.
Okay. Hopefully he does Pierre. Then he kind of depends on
Oh,
the
if he
water
never
temple.
said Pierre as a child, that's... Oh, that's gonna break his neck here.
Ooh. He's depending, even if he gets the Pluto's letter right now, I think he depends on checking the boss key chest in Water Temple much faster than Martin does. That's like his out.
That's skull number 49 for Martin, and the last skull is probably going to be an adult Kakariko for him, so that's him at 50 skulls.
True, I think he never got that. I think. Yeah, I think this is GG. This is looking very much like...
Or we're taking this skull as number 50.
That works too.
Oh, we are waiting for sunrise to shoot the sun.
GG.
Ouch. Okay.
So chat, any questions that
Rudo's
you want us to ask?
Yeah, account for afar. Rudo's letter is not far away. It's on the lab roof.
Yeah, but without setting up the Scarecrow as child, this is gonna be a long time before he actually checks it. So. And Martin is in go mode, in no mode with an extra dungeon finished.
Yeah, and it doesn't. I mean, Martin, Nocturne.
That's Golden Gauntlets, the final strength.
Okay then. That's a nice little troll for
Too bad he
Kirk.
can't collect it because he doesn't have the Scarecrow zone.
This might save him, well, not save him, but might at least push him into the right direction here, though.
He's going child. That's a good sign.
Yeah. So,
Martin,
in what
shield?
world?
Martin, your shield. Martin, your shield. Martin.
Martin?
Okay, he's getting light arrows.
Getting light arrows
He
first.
get the
Okay.
shield. Who cares about mirror shield? I want light arrows. Okay.
You know, I dig it.
I mean, the mirror shield just reflects light. He can create light. What do you need something that lets it reflect like when you can create it from nothing? I get it. Martin has his priorities right. Martin? I think he thinks he has mirror shield. And now he knows he doesn't.
Was like, wait, I forgot something. Whoops.
He was in the equipment menu thinking,
That's a big old hold up.
Here. Was it irons? Do I need irons to sink faster in the desert?
That was one of those hold up moments. I forgot something.
Yeah.
We
This is me every time.
chickens. Oh dear.
Of course, we're getting finally our first logical bomb back.
No, our first logical bomb back was in well. We established that.
I hate that so much.
Yeah, that was a disgusting logic chain for that bomb back.
That's not...
And there's your mirror shield, Martin. Now you can warp to Spirit Temple. Yes, confirm it. You actually have it.
Yes, now
Okay.
he's equipping it before warping, just in case. Good,
Just
good
to
idea.
make sure you actually have it. And happy 3 hours, everyone. thanks once again to everyone
3
who's
hours.
making this restream possible. Yeah, 3 hours. Oh no, sorry, I'm confused. I looked at the wrong clock here. I'm just a mess today.
Happy 3 hours to the runners.
Well, yeah. Because if you don't know that, the runners are actually... what you are seeing right now has happened 20 minutes ago, because we are on a 20-minute
time
stream
after
delay.
all.
Yeah.
There's time travel involved in the restream as well.
Yeah, time travel involved in the restream too. Yeah, sorry, I'm just looking at the wrong clock here. Nope,
That's fine. That's fine.
I just spoiled nothing.
Come spoil the fact that 20 minutes has happened 20 minutes from now. How dare you? How can you ruin that for chat?
I don't know. Yeah. Ocarina of 20-minute stream delay. Here we go.
Chickens are not cooperating at all. They got holed up in the corner. Now they're running down the stairs. The chickens don't like Kirk. I don't think Kirk likes the chickens.
₹20 for your trouble,
that's a
Skirt.
decent paycheck.
No, yeah, I mean, you spent 3 minutes helping that poor girl capture her chickens.
I
think
collect
20
7
minutes-
chickens for 20
Yeah.
for 20 rupees.
$20 for that time is, I think, a pretty good payout.
Yeah. But definitely not what Kirk is looking for. He's finally setting up the Scarecrow, so hopefully not in order to get Strength 3, but yeah, he's going to get...
He's definitely going to get that Strength 3, but I hope he's also remembering to check what's on top of the lab here.
Samsung, that's not going to be easy. He needs to wait for the dawn.
I mean, okay. He's done that once, why not do it twice?
Maybe.
We're all time traveling into the future at 1 second per second. Whoa, Kinra. That's like deep. In any case, Mr. Martin is progressing in Spirit Temple now. Being harassed by the Beamos.
Yeah, with Longshot, you really don't need to keep going.
And that's 2 more keys. And I think that's it for child side for Mr. Martin, because I think he's already seen his boss key.
Of course, everyone say hi to Greg.
One more
Greg
time.
finally collected him.
I think Kirk is pretty confused about where to go.
I think Martin did get the boss key. Yeah, he's keeping half the Spirit Temple. He doesn't need anything
Yeah,
else.
he got the
He's
boss key. He
incognito.
doesn't need to go where he doesn't need to go anywhere else. He just needs to go lower this platform to then be able to shine some light on the face of the statue to then be able to beat up two evil witches.
I'm kind of surprised he did the fire room before he did, I don't know, the mirror shield room or the fights and the check the hands. But yeah, he He was very thorough until he found enough keys and the box key, and then he jumped. He just went on and never looked back. And Water Temple boss key is what's going to determine if this is sub-free. We have Serenade, we have Irons, we have Longshot, we have everything we need to make quick work of Water Temple. And the boss key location is the only thing that's holding us back.
Yep. That's, I think, the second time we're seeing Shooting Gallery on Kirk's side.
Really? Why?
I think he did that and scummed it away because he wanted to be adult again.
Oh, was this a slingshot? Is he getting it?
No, it wasn't slingshot.
Then what? What is happening?
He messed that up and then decided to quit and instead go into Fire Temple.
Okay.
Alright, Troll Rover seemed to behave today. I mean, I don't want to curse it, but...
If you watched, what was it? Rock Chalk versus... I know this, I watched the whole thing.
We're just gonna call it Rock Chalk's last match.
Yeah, you can see the worst Roba RNG ever. If you're curious, I don't remember which player it was for, but yeah, it was terrible, disgusting.
And that is 1, 2, 3 hits, Twin Rover down for Mr. Martin. And it looks like Kirk is setting time of day.
That's the name of the game.
Off to Lake. Indeed. With Sunsong in Composer's Grave. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know how time of day works in terms of the getting the shoot the sun. If he has to go to Pierre and back here, will he do the
I'm
fishing
not sure.
and lab before getting strength? Or will he have to come back here? I don't know.
I'm not sure how that works in terms of timing.
He can work back. He can probably do whatever he can, and then as soon as it turns day, he will play Serenade again. So he should have time to do everything that's before getting strength 3.
Alright, Mr. Martin back into Water Temple. Wait, did he ever get his CL off of Burning Cack?
He did, according to the tracker?
Well, then I'm gonna guess he did.
Oh, yeah, he definitely did, I saw that. I don't know why.
I just don't remember seeing the scene, but that's on me.
He did, because as soon as he got it, he forgot that he also had to get the 50 skull mirror shield.
Oh, that one, okay.
Yeah, exactly, Luigi.
Was that boss key in Cracked Wall?
No, it was a small key, if I
Okay.
remember correctly. Definitely Gilbit. I'm still curious about Icy Waters, so... What was it?
I mean, at this point, we'll never know.
But I need to know.
Unless we get one of the runners to boot up the seat for us again.
Once again, Mr. Martin has double magic. He's gonna use it. Who needs a bow? Who needs to spend time lighting the torches one by one?
Yeah. So is it oops all dungeons or not? We're about to find out. And there is Kirk's go mode just around the corner here.
It was 1 in 6, now it's 1 in 5 to be all dungeons.
Or pseudo go mode. Well, no, it's go mode.
It's
We have all the things to do all dungeons if we have to.
Yeah.
And click. There is Ruro's letter.
The case, there it is. That puts Kirk on the right path, but I think it's a bit too late.
I fear so as well. We'll see.
It's 2 whole dungeons that he needs to do. So,
yeah. It's certainly Martin's race to lose at this point.
Definitely. I mean, that's true. That check is really quick to get. As soon as you have a hookshot, it's available. So Kirk is probably going to feel pretty behind. Oh,
oh 1 and 2.
1 and 2?
1 and 2, I think.
We still...
I think we...
Well, we're missing Central Chest, Dark Link, and River.
Oh, Central Chest,
Dragon.
yeah.
1 in 4. 1 in 4.
You were correct. I forgot about Central Chest. I was just so excited we got to see Dark Link.
2 plus
but
1
no.
is 3. It's 1 in 4, right? It's Dark Link, Dragon, River, and Central Chest.
You're correct.
Did we see any of those?
No, we did not.
I
We're
don't
about to
think
see Central,
no,
Central
of course.
Pillar first.
We don't know where Water Temple Bosky is, so right now there's a 1 in 4 chance that it is in River, so Martin has to go to Shadow to get his CL, his Son of Time check, which is vanilla this time around. But there's a 3 in 4 chance that it's not there. We can get the boss key without actually committing to all dungeons.
This is Kirk's entry into Jabu Jabu. So let's see where that water boss key is hiding.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Boss key! This would have messed us over, screwed us over, if this had been a gold scale water seed. But as it is, a ZL, or rather Song of Timeless water seed, the critical chest is another one.
I just noticed
all dungeons
that
chat is officially dead. I'm sorry.
I just noticed that Martin doesn't have Pharaoh's Wind. He never collected it. For those who joined halfway through the race, Pharaoh's Wind is in bows. It was hinted. I'm kind of surprised he didn't go get it.
But yeah, this at the latest, I think, is a definite call of this race in favor of
Come on, Martin.
Mr. Martin. Like that just went badly. I cannot imagine a world in which Mr. Martin is still going to lose this. But I mean, I'm open to being surprised.
I mean, he failed this skip twice. The world in which he loses this is one in which he fails this another 27 times.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't think that's a plausible world, but that's kind of what it looks like. What it has to look like.
It's one of those worlds at the very end of that probability curve.
Yes. The thing is, it wasn't like a very bad place for Bosky. It wasn't Darkling or anything like that.
Again, it would have been bad if we if it had been a seed where we ended up in water with gold scale.
That is very true, but we never found gold scale, so that was never a concern. The real concern was AD, but even then, Deku, the Dawn's Cavern, and we only have the backside, the final part of Shadow Temple left, so it's not so bad to do AD this time around. I don't remember, I haven't been paying attention to whether or not this is logical AD for some GTG check or something. I honestly don't care. This is thankfully a relatively nice seed for a 50 skull seed.
We have dipped all dungeons. We didn't complete them all, but we certainly dipped them all.
Well, mostly for Skulltulas. This is a 50 skull seed. It's to be expected.
Mm. We've also seen all of...
The only reason not to dip all dungeons when you have 50 skulls to get is if you don't have Kokiri Sword, or you don't have Thin Spire or something.
Mm. We've also seen all of the side dungeons as well.
We have.
You've seen Ice
It took
Cavern.
us a while to find our bombs, our explosives, so we had to look for them. Speaking of which, we had to look for them kind of everywhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, well was useless. Well, well was really useful for Martin.
Well contained your first
fantastic.
logical bombs.
True. I still can't accept that. It's too dirty. It's too
ugly.
mean.
I understand.
Too ugly. Way too ugly.
But it is the way it is. And here's inside Ganon's castle, or here's Mr. Martin rather.
Have enough magic to do a full charge spin, and then a light arrow hits on Ganondorf?
He does not, but there are pots that contain magic underneath Ganon's boss room. So that's really not a concern.
Sure.
We might have trouble with these Lizalfos though.
These guys are ninjas if you try to go straight for them, and this time around that he was charging the spin attack, they decide to go aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
They're usually waiting for the parry, the counter, jump above you and hit you from behind. They're not as bad as in Hyrule Warriors. That's a game where Lizalfos and Dinalfos are really, really terrible. Yeah,
I've never played Hyrule Warriors. It's still on my list.
I really recommend it. It's very, very good. I don't even usually like the Warriors games all that much. It's a really good game.
Alright. Duly noted.
And now, actually, happy 3 hours, chat.
Happy 3 hours, chat, as Mr. Martin dives into the fight with Salt and Pepper, and is done with the fight with Salt and Pepper, really. Once more, thanks to everyone who's making this restream possible. If you aren't following our runners yet, then please change that and fix that. I'd also like to thank our trackers who make sure that you and we see what items the runners have and don't have yet. That's B. Luigi and McHundy. Thank you so much for your help, folks. I'd like to thank our restreamer, Siberian, and Trez, who also had to help out with technology, I think, in this particular restream. And finally, I'd like to thank my co-commentator, Ponzari.
Thank you. Well, thank you, Tobias. Anyone who's thinking of maybe applying for commentary or tracker or anything, seriously do it. It's a lot of fun.
Oh, absolutely.
We can never have too many volunteers.
No, it's a busy tournament season, and folks, if you feel like you can help us out, even just commentating or tracking 1 or 2 races, Siberian just put the link in chat. Please feel free to check out our Discord for details on how to volunteer. Even if you're just helping out with 1 or 2 races, it is an immense help. And that is Ganondorf down for Mr. Martin. Super clean fight.
All we're missing is some bacon.
Yeah. And as Mr. Martin is about to face the final baddie, here's Ganondorf for Mr. Martin. Kirk has just beat Baronade in Jabu. He's got Spirit and Water Temple left to finish.
Ganon doesn't look so appetizing right now. Maybe once he's been baked or fried or something, that bacon is going to look actually tasty.
That is phase 1 down for Mr. Martin. And I think we are getting ready to serve up some tasty bacon here.
Nice. Will Kirk get his mirror shield before leaving Kakariko? He will!
So in this regard, he certainly has Mr. Martin beat.
And he completed 9%. So
indeed.
In our hearts, he also won in a way.
So with a final hit to the face, Mr. Martin is done with Ganon, and your winner for tonight. Folks, get your GGs in chat. Congratulations to Mr. Martin for finishing this race and winning with a time of 3 hours, 4 minutes, and 14 seconds. Congratulations for moving on to the next round. For moving on to the next round of the lower bracket of this tournament, where he will face none other than Ryukane.
Oh wow, okay.
That is not an easy task in any world.
Not.
And we are joined by our runners. Welcome in, folks. GG's.
GG. Jeez. What a journey, dude.
What a race!
That was something else.
What a weird logic for bombs. I have one question that's been eating me the entire time. What was at the bottom of the icy waters?
I went there after.
I think it was a big Poe from my perspective.
It was a big Poe.
Really?
Oh,
yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I got it like 10 minutes after I finished.
Seed really wanted to make sure you get your Varora's Wind.
Yeah, well, actually it didn't, because that was blocked by The Rudos and the ZL. Well, I guess not the ZL. Just the Rudos.
Yeah, but Rudos is available.
For you, maybe.
Well, I never had Father's Wind anyway.
I went and got it when I was gonna go to G2G because I wasn't sure if I was gonna want to put it down over there.
Oh, I was gonna do it, but I got Serenade. So I went the other way.
I mean, that if you have the information where Father's Wind is in the seed that early, and you have the tools to get it, I think it's
Was
certainly
there
a
a
reasonable
hint?
play to go get it. Yeah,
Yeah, there was a hint.
for what was on
Oh.
Big Post.
I mean,
Okay.
Big Pose is like, I want to say it's like a 1 minute check or something. So you gotta still be able to make up that minute. And so I need somewhere to put it useful, which is either GTG or Spirit. Otherwise, if it was just like Forest Temple, Water Temple type stuff, I probably would have left it there.
Sure, that makes sense. But
Yeah,
I don't think.
makes
Did you know already when you crossed the desert? Did you know already that it had to be Requiem in vanilla?
I think I wasn't sure if it was ZL or Requiem at that point, and maybe there was logic for it and I just missed it.
No, I'm not sure that there was. That's why I'm asking.
I was expecting CL there.
It makes sense that you didn't get Father's Wind if you didn't know where it was. I expect that you would have gone for it if you didn't
But
know
if-
that you had access
If
to
it is
to-
CL, then you have access to Requiem anyway. Most
Oh,
probably.
that makes sense. Right.
Well,
Then never mind. Yes.
I mean, my Requiem still could have been behind Sheik and Kak, I think.
By the way,
And-
I think both of you skipped the hint for the 50 Skulltulas being Mirror Shield right below the starting point. You spawned next to Kinzora and you didn't check that hint for a while.
No, I'm pretty sure I checked it. I had the other one too. I got that hint super early.
Yeah, no, you checked it, you saw it fairly early. I think it was somewhere else. It was
It was in Dodongo's
in
cavern.
In the Dongo's cavern. But you didn't check the one that was right next to your spawn until much later into the race. Like maybe
Yeah.
40 minutes or something.
I'm not sure
It's
if-
not so bad, but
Well,
It's
I
pretty
didn't
funny.
check my spawn for 40 minutes.
yeah, that makes sense.
That's
Yeah, I was trying to see what I do if I go river or not, and I didn't think about the hint.
Well, anyway, how did you guys enjoy the scene overall?
I believe I cleared everything but 3 or 4 checks prior to ZL.
Yeah, I think it was fun. It had some weird logic, so that's always fun.
Yeah, it definitely had some weird logic.
Those strengths just for a wallet.
For Volvagia, right?
Yeah. And then the hovers that made me go everywhere.
Chad was having quite a bit of fun deciphering the logic because every time we assume, oh, it's river for magic, definitely. We found another magic. Every time we found an answer to the logic, it wasn't that answer. It was something different. So yeah, it was fun for Chad too.
Yeah, and when I thought, oh, it can't possibly be that big chest in Spirit Temple can't possibly be the boomerang, because the boomerang needs to be hovers locked.
Well,
You needed hovers to cross.
Yeah,
That's always
exactly.
locked,
That's what I learned a few seconds later, because both Chad and the Seed decided to teach me a lesson here.
yeah, you had a long shot, but of course long shot was hover locked, so it was extra confusing.
Yeah, there was nothing to do with Longshot. Maybe just Lake.
I mean,
Oh.
Big Water Temple, yeah.
I wonder,
And-
how much was
Let's
chat
see,
wondering about my route?
Well,
'Cause-
What part?
Well, I guess I made a conscious decision at one point in the seed when I was basically just missing Rudos, and I said, I'm gonna divide the seed in half, give the child half to Martin, and I'm gonna do the entire adult half and hope I find this Rudos and win. And then I didn't find it, obviously.
Rudos was technically an adult check. You had to go child to set it up, but technically
That was the problem.
that was a problem. Yeah. Yeah,
I
that
was
was.
feeling pretty bad after the boomerang. I even played pretty bad after that. Like my execution
Yeah,
went
I
like to the
think
floor.
You went. You did child spirit very quickly, but then you didn't go back to spirit for like almost an hour or something.
No, I didn't go Child Spirit until pretty late. I even did all
But
of
you did
all of
everything
it.
as child, everything else that you could child before
Yeah,
actually going back as adult.
yeah,
So
I'm
yeah,
like
it took you
trying
a
to
while.
find a way to get back time. So if I get the boomerang there, I can just go Jabu right away.
And
But
of
then
course,
I
my
didn't get
favorite moment of the entire race, which is when you ended up equipping Iron Boots, because you had to equip something going into the Spirit Temple after you had forgotten to pick up your Mirror Shield.
Yeah, I was like, what was I doing?
It's fine. It's a random mistake, but I love that you equipped Iron Boots. Like I know I have to equip something. I don't know what it is, so I'm gonna press all buttons until something clicks in my head. Oh, Mirror Shield. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, you try to do it all like muscle memory, right? And then it's like, wait, that's not right.
See, it was too square to be anything else. It's the top of the bottle of the big foe. That's messed up.
So the big Poe has like this spot that like glows yellow. That's
Yeah,
how
that's
I
why
can recognize it.
We
I
really
thought it
couldn't
was
see it
nuts
on
because I
restream.
saw. I thought it was nuts because I saw the yellow sparkle, the yellow bright spot.
Yeah, and I was like, hey, no, that's rectangular. That has to be Stone of Agony.
Well, I had Stone of Agony in fire.
Yeah. Yeah, we saw that later.
Oh, that was later, yeah.
Yeah, we thought it was a Stone of Agony until you collected it.
Yeah, first
Speaking
I
of
thought CL was gonna be ice. That would have been hype.
Speaking of fire, I think Kirk, you went to GTG pretty early, quite a bit earlier than Martin did.
Yeah, I was chasing the Gerudo Fortress hint, and I knew. Oh, that was the other reason I got Fair Wars, is because I was chasing Gerudo Fortress, and I knew I didn't have Scarecrow set, so I couldn't actually get the top of Gerudo Fortress if it was a big chest.
Except you got hovers right in HBA, so
Yeah, which was the hint.
Yeah.
very convenient.
But yeah, that's funny because like if I had to get that chest, I would have set Scarecrow as a child, and then I would have actually gotten my Rudos.
Oh,
That
come
could have
on,
been
no.
a pretty different race, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
And then I messed up HVA once, but we won't talk about that.
So, how early
Happens
did you
to the best of
get
us.
the boomerang?
Oh, early?
Yeah, how early? Like,
I don't remember the time, but
like
like
how long did you look for Rudos?
I mean, I had Boomerang pretty early. I was probably looking for Rudos for over an hour, it feels like.
Yeah.
Oh well.
You are not wrong.
Which is why,
you
like,
were-
I was trying to push the end of the seed, because, like, a lot of times the Season 5 hints land on the earlier items, and so I just take everything kind of early in Logic and throw it in the trash. And also, like, Jabu's a dead area, Ice is 100% blocked by this Rudo's DL stuff, so I can't get an Ice, so it has to be the last later in the seed, right? Nope.
It was kind of early. That's strength for bombs for hooks. Well, you need 3 items before.
Well, you just need the bomb bag to plant.
Well,
the
you just
beam.
need the bomb bag, yeah. But who does that?
And so I knew I skipped the bomb bag, but I was like, I don't feel like there's much else sitting in this early Logic.
And then
so-
there was another one in forest.
Did you figure out the logic for the bomb bag? Because chat did, and
You
it's
just get
kind of disgusting.
you just get strength and then get the bomb bag, right? Oh, you need keys though.
The first logical bomb bag was the
No,
one in
there's
Whale
not.
Basement.
You can get that with a strength.
No, you need 3 keys for that.
There was 3 keys.
Wasn't
one was maybe
the
one was
bumble
bomb locked.
The first
You're right.
bumble
You're
wall?
right.
Yeah. That cannot be.
Yeah, the back bombable chest definitely was a key.
Yeah.
This is the first time
true.
I never
So
knew
that-
that you can see the texture of the chest through the crack. I've
Yeah.
noticed it for the first time now. So,
you need
yeah.
3 keys so you can get to the back where you get the bomb flowers.
We had B Luigi in chat pointing out that with Din's fire you could also activate the bomb flowers with
Oh.
less.
That's true. Right.
That might be in logic, actually. I can't remember.
Yeah, that's the point.
What were the other bomb bags? Was one in forest and what was the other one?
Sorry.
The other one we haven't seen.
That Din's fire is not in logic, I don't think.
It was in logic with Scale and Rudo's letter.
How are you gonna get the Rudo's letter if you can't bomb the river? Where'd you get the scale, I guess?
Scale, but yeah.
I lost
Scale was in
track.
DDG Bobby.
Opponents and bow.
Opponents and bow. To get the scale, to get the bean, to get the Rudos, to get the Dins, to get your bomb back.
Yep.
Yeah,
Fun.
totally
That's
fun.
simple.
Well, hold on. The Rudos prior to ZL, because your spawn is in domain.
Yeah,
To get the Dins.
Yeah.
that was
This
it.
game-
This game.
This game
Why do
is
we do
too
this
much.
to ourselves?
That scene was crazy.
I mean, baseball rolled a whopper, and congratulations on that one.
Yeah, the hints weren't that straightforward today.
Actually, that's kind of funny, because, like, if I could have solved that, then I know it wants me to get the Rudos to get the Dins, so the Rudos is prior to, like, the bomb bag or whatever, but I obviously couldn't think of that during the race.
I don't
Right,
think
actually.
anyone
We have
can blame
we have
you
the
for not
advantage.
figuring that out.
We
That
have
was
the
a mess.
no one can blame you for not figuring that out. We have the advantage of sitting back and just watching you suffer while you have to do that plus play a video game. So
And even then, I'm not sure we totally get it.
Yeah, but I mean, I think chat loves to, like, use the word casino, where, like, in reality, that wasn't truly a casino. There was kind of a way to figure out what was going on. You just have to be really, really good.
I don't know, you notice it's early, you just don't know what it is. And start doing early checks. Until you don't have any more. But I got the letter early. I was just looking for Boomerang. But I
Yeah, I'm
knew it was
guessing-
behind hovers.
You probably took it, like, decently early child cycle into the well, and then Serenade. And...
I did adult. I went London, then adult.
Yeah, I think I did
Then
similar.
I went back child, but I did Valley Lake.
Oh yeah, I started out Zor's River to Kokiri, Zor's River to Lon Lon, which gave me Prelude. Yeah.
Yeah, Lon had Prelude.
Otherwise I was gonna
I'm
walk.
like, oh, I'm going adult. But yeah, when I went child back, I just got the song and then went for But Also Well. There wasn't much left. Like going
I think-
GTG probably.
yeah, I think we've seen basically everything in this seed. We've seen all 3 side dungeons. We've seen all 8 main dungeons.
Oh yeah, and
So
the logical slingshot wasn't the only slingshot available was in Shadow.
in the Gypto room in Shadow, yeah.
So you can go to Child Spirit.
Yeah,
How's-
we got the Shadow Temple entry pack very quickly, and so everyone was pretty scared or excited, depending on the person. What
Concerned.
maybe did. all we were missing were hovers for a long time. We got strength, we got bombs, we got dance and magic, all pretty early into the scene. It was the Jabu package that was locking essentially the path.
Yeah, because you needed CL there.
Yeah, that was a. I mean, we've seen some ridiculously late checks this seed. I mean, okay, yes. At some point, someone did chickens because, yeah.
That was me because I was almost out of checks.
Exactly.
Yeah,
it was just one of those last few checks that you could do.
Well, I started right first. I cut the seed in half and take all my adult stuff, and then once I'm done with that, I say like, what might Martin have skipped that I could possibly win this seed on?
Yeah,
how about chickens?
That's how you think. You start thinking, how do I get back my time? And you start doing bad plays.
Yeah, and then.
But then, mostly doesn't matter. Like
we also saw, I think, a 2 hours 30 minutes. What was it?
Slingshot game?
Yes, slingshot game. Yeah,
Wow.
shooting gallery, child shooting gallery.
I never wanted to do child market at all.
Did you do bombchu bowling?
Eventually.
What was the second
It
prize?
was a bloopy.
Okay. I did the first one. I opened the door and I went, okay, I'm out. Never
I think
coming
it
back
was
here.
just nothing useful.
Yep. Okay, yeah, makes sense.
I kept forgetting to set time of day to nighttime. I'm these like 50 skull no sun song seeds. I'm not that used to them.
I mean, this seed was rude. Let's be quite honest here. Just putting Sun Song on literally the last song you could get,
Yeah.
plus 50 skulls is just not a nice combination.
It didn't feel so bad for me that I dipped like every single dungeon. I got skulls from everywhere. And hookshot. And bottle pretty early. Got my time of day right the first time I went CAC.
Yeah. And that is Ganon Phase 1 done for Kirk.
I didn't mess it
And I
up
guess-
today.
No, you did not. I guess we're going to watch this play out. Watch the last few seconds of that fight, I guess, and then I'm going to say to chat one more time if you have any questions that are burning under your nails that you still need to ask your our runners. Now's the time because we're about ready to wrap this up. And you didn't have the best of times with Phase 2 of Ganon, though.
Yeah, I wasn't in danger, but he turns at that stupid angle and you like can't
You were
roll under
so
him very well.
proud saying, I didn't mess it up this time.
No, I didn't mess up Ganondorf.
I mean, oh, Ganondorf. Okay. Oh, that's
Ganon was a
right.
disaster.
So then
Well,
basically,
it's not a disaster, but yeah.
Yeah, it's like you lose like 10 seconds, so no.
you know, Pierre got me to lower brackets, and then Pierre let me continue now.
Well, I should have just planted that bean. Like you start in the river, just buy a bean and dump it in the
Well,
bean
you
patch.
don't have bombs.
Yeah, I was wondering that too. Neither of you bought beans.
You
Like,
can't. You need bombs.
Well, I had bomb chews. Where was my bomb bag? This was so long ago, I can't even remember.
Forest, probably.
Yeah, I was
Didn't
in
go well.
forest very early actually.
Right,
So like
you got the 5-pack.
I got the 5-pack, which I used to beat the Dongos, and then I went straight to forest, and I had a bomb bag for like.
Martin got the 20-pack and the bomb bag. Back to
Yeah,
back,
both in
essentially.
bottom of the wall.
I see.
In summary, wow, what a seat. That's
Indeed.
Kirk, you done, by the way, and we're finished with the race. Both runners are finished.
Fun seed, fun logic, fun gameplay.
Congratulations to baseball for rolling a horrible seed.
Just
think
the
that
right
seed was
amount.
horrible.
Basically, all seeds are horrible, though.
It had just the right amount of memes. I liked it. It was nice. It was laid back. We knew there was kind of a side-scrolly element because you have to collect 50 skulls. It's never gonna be a jet seed, but you have to check essentially everywhere just because you have to find different skulls to be clean up. It was chill. It was confusing and memey for sure, but it was chill.
If you say so. Martin,
I thought so.
Martin, you're moving on to face Ryukane in the next round of the lower bracket. What do you make of your chances?
Well, I don't know. I like playing Ryukane. We haven't seen each other in a tournament yet, so that's gonna be fun. And about my chances, I think it's kind of even.
All right. And the last question from Matter X2 in chat was, when does Kirk become a DK64 rando main?
Next week.
Okay.
Don't hold me to that.
We'll see. In any case, congratulations, Martin, for moving on one more round in this tournament. Commiserations to you, Kirk, for reaching the end of the road for now.
Yeah.
We hope you'll be back next year or next round of this tournament.
I'm excited to play some new settings because I've intentionally not been playing new settings so that I don't confuse myself.
Go try out Pot Sanity, I think.
Yeah, that's what my friends have been saying. It's time for Pot Sanity.
And Bonko.
Yeah, Bonk OHKO.
Oh my god.
One Bonko, yes.
Dungeon shortcuts, though.
Dungeon shortcuts, though, indeed.
I still haven't even seen what that looks like. Yeah.
In any case, I think we're done here. Thanks very much again to everyone involved in this restream. Follow our runners. Follow our trackers, B-Luigi and McHundy. And thanks so much to our Siberian, our restreamer. And thanks to my co-commentator, Ponzari. And
Thank you, Tobias.
And thank you, audience, for being here. That's it for today on Zelda Speedruns. Hope you have a lovely rest of your day. And Siberian, go ahead, take us away.
Yeah. Before we head out, of course, thank you, Tobias, for commentating. You're not left out. Next up here on ZSR, at 10 PM Eastern, we have the Majora's Mask Randomizer Co-op Tournament race. And for tomorrow, we have the Ocarina of Time Randomizer EU Weekly at 9 AM Eastern. The Minish Cap Randomizer Weekly at 2 PM Eastern. And at 3 PM Eastern, the Wind Waker Randomizer Bi-Weekly race. Also, we have a few Ocarina of Time Randomizer tournament matches tomorrow at 11:20 Eastern. We have the winner's bracket round 3 match between Sponge and Just Sam. And the loser bracket round 3 match between Wooden Barrel and Cola is at 2:20 PM Eastern. So, for more Zelda content, check our schedule. We are going to raid over to CSR2, where we are showing the NA Weekly that's going on right now. Any final words?
GG's and thanks for the restream. See ya.
GG's.
GG's, everyone.
So,
GG's.
thank you.
It was fun.
Yeah. Thank you very much for watching and see you next time here on ZSR.
Bye.